everybody. Hi, Donna.
Hi, Lori. How are you?
How are you?
Good.
I'm good. Good. I'm glad to be here. And
Me too.
this is an exciting show that we have tonight. It's going to be a great interview with Zaid Garcia. He's the miracle survivor who is just an amazing young man. I call him a young man, compared to our age, but he's 21 and he's just so amazing. So I'm hoping that people will settle in, get comfortable, and enjoy this time, that we have here. I'm really excited. I've been talking to Zaid, and he's such a nice guy, and he has a beautiful voice, and he sings beautiful songs on his channel. All the links are below, so for anybody that's catching this show later, you can always go to the description, and we've got his links there. Don and I have his links there for the both of his YouTube channels. And he's amazing. And I'm telling you, he's a wonderful person. He's a really wonderful friend. And I've only just been his friend for a short time, but I've been aware of his situation and aware of him for years. And because I caught a couple of special special books for special kids interviews with him years ago, quite a few years ago now. And I was just so impressed with his story. Um, you know, it's encouraging for people, who may feel that their life isn't important, or their life, they're struggling or whatever. It's just so encouraging because it's like, we all have gifts to share. We all have adversities. We all have difficulties in our life, but we can still share and we can still learn from each other, and we can still grow and make friends. And, it's very positive, absolutely positive. So, and I love his Jamailene channel because that's where he sings all the songs. They do a lot of cover songs and just some originals. And he just has a beautiful voice. Yeah, he may not. I don't think he's going to sing for us tonight here, but yeah, I don't want to put that kind of pressure on him. Hey, sing us a song. I don't want to put that pressure on him, but he does have a beautiful voice, and I hope that people will go and listen because he has you could see like his voice matches his heart.
Yeah.
He's got a heart that's full of love and so caring, and it's just beautiful. I'm sharing it everywhere because I'm like, I want people to
Yeah.
listen.
I did
So,
check
and
out
then there's
those
a whole bunch of
links.
people that his friends.
Yeah, I checked out
Yeah,
those links that you sent me the other day, and he is a very good singer. Like I was very impressed with his
yeah,
singing. I was hoping he was going to
definitely.
sing for us tonight.
Yeah, I don't think he will, but you never know. He might. But he doesn't have to. If he doesn't want to. But I just hope people will go and check out those links. There's several people that he knows that are his friends that joined him on that Hamaline, and they all have beautiful voices.
Yeah, they do.
Um, it's amazing. I know, and I try to catch up with all the songs. You know what I mean? Because there's a few that I haven't heard yet, and I go back and try to listen to them because they are so beautiful. So everybody's gifted in some way, and it's wonderful that when people share their gifts.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that people will go and check that out. Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
how was
you
your day there, Donna? I know you were
it was
probably busy.
good. It was good. I have quite a few kids sick in my class. We only had 17 kids today out of 25.
Oh,
So we got a lot of
oh,
sick
yeah.
kids. I'll tell you what, small town, small school. I mean, it just got hammered with the flu, and the
Mm-hmm.
they got the flu, and then they got these colds, and then they got sinus infections, and it seems like it just keeps going round and round. The only thing is, the positive note is I haven't got it yet. So that's one
That's
good
good.
thing. I say
That's
that
one
now,
good
and when I
thing.
see you
Yeah,
next
definitely.
week, I'll be sick.
Yeah, let's no, let's hope not. Okay, I'll be praying.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
I'll be praying. I'll say I'll cross my fingers, but more importantly, I'll pray. And yeah, let's hope not. Yeah, that's the last thing you really need. Um, yeah, I had a pretty busy day. I've just been this I don't know, this last few weeks I've just been busy. Like it feels like, well, spring is on the way, so we only have so many days till spring now. what is it, 22 days or something.
I was going to say
And I can
22.
feel that things are picking. Yeah, it's all, not quite a month, but a few weeks away, 3 weeks, and things are picking up. Like I can feel the momentum, from that
Me
winter kind
too.
of quiet time where it was kind of quiet and I was resting and relaxed, and now I'm like busy and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm getting ready for the summer. So everybody excuse my glasses here. As you can see, I had to tape it because it broke. The piece
Don't
on the
feel
side here
bad.
broke, so I've got a little tape.
Don't feel
Well,
bad.
it's a
Don't you
little bit
remember?
embarrassing, but
Yeah, but don't you remember when
my
my
spare
glasses broke last year and I had to have like a little piece of tape on the side? So it
it does
happens.
happen. I mean, every now and then. But I didn't have a chance to get to the store, and I didn't have a chance. And I went to get real eyeglasses, like because I've got to get real progressives, and these are just readers. But they said no, you really should have progressives because they did all the eye exams, and they said, you know, because of your age, your
Yeah.
vision's, it's not as good as it used to be. I still have pretty good vision. It's not bad, but the small stuff I can't see, anymore. So I'm just blessed because I
Yeah.
have gotten. They said, well, it's good you got to be the age you are. If you made it to almost 60, um, not needing glasses, that's pretty good. I said, yeah, that's true. So,
That is excellent.
yeah, I count it as a blessing for sure.
If I
Yeah.
didn't have this
But
contact
yeah,
in,
it's like
I
my
wouldn't be
glasses
able to
don't
see
come.
anything. Yeah, without this contact, I wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
anything. So I'm grateful that I
Mm-hmm.
have it. And
Yeah.
I have my cheaters though for like if I'm on my phone or if I'm reading, I have to have something to be able to see the fine print because I still
Small.
can't see the fine print. So,
And
but you're
that's,
lucky
yeah,
you
it's a
made it to
small, it's
60.
really tough.
My problem started way long ago,
Mm-hmm.
long before 60.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, probably, somewhere in my mid 40s, I would say I had to start wearing reading glasses because I was doing so
Yeah.
much work on the computer for years. And they even told me, they said, how much work do you do on the computer? I said, a lot. Now, this was years ago when I had my last checkup with eye exam, which was 25 years ago. And they said,
25.
the, I know.
We wait. We
Everybody's,
always
it's
we
one of those
wait.
things like, it's just,
Why are we them
no,
people
I just
though?
kept
Because
putting it off. It's like,
but
oh,
why are we those people? We wait till the very end to do anything. We need glasses, we wait. We have to go to the
oh yeah,
dentist, we wait. We get sick, we wait. To go to the
oh yeah,
doctor, we're always waiting.
oh, I
I think
know.
because you
I
try to
always
put
put
it
it off
off.
for years. Years.
Yep, you put it off.
Yeah. Well, then I don't have to deal with it. It's kind of like, oh, well, everything's cool. I don't have to deal with it.
Then when you go,
So
they're like,
the lady was like,
you
well,
don't see much.
yeah, they're like, well, you got, I mean, an eye exam because I have a freckle on the back of my eye, which is really weird, but they said it can happen. Um, they're going to now want to watch it every year. So they said, we want to check that every year now and just for changes and stuff like that. So, but otherwise, they said my eye health is really good.
Good.
And I'm happy, very thankful because I spent so much time outside without sunglasses on, without UV protection and all that. Um, that I got skin cancer and everything else, but my eyes are still good, and I'm
Yeah.
really surprised. I'm like, thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
I'm like, it has to be the Lord. Praise God. Yeah,
Exactly. No.
I'm
In the
thankful,
summertime, I
definitely.
always wear sunglasses. You would probably hardly ever see me outside without sunglasses.
Yeah, that's smart. It really is. I'm gonna have to get some good ones that have UV protection. Like I have sunglasses that are just cheapy sunglasses. They don't offer any protection from the ultraviolet, the
Yeah.
light you can't see, like ultraviolet light. So I need the ones that are really super good. So I'm gonna have to like
Yeah.
spring for some more expensive,
Some good
really good
ones.
ones. Yeah, because
You
that's
will.
enough with full. I always buy just the cheapy ones because I just want to block some of the light so I can see what I'm doing when it's really ultra sunny out in the summertime,
Yeah.
and not thinking about the harmful rays on my eyeballs. The lady showed me a picture of my eyes from from behind the scenes where they do the x-rays and all that of your
Hmm.
eyes. And she's like, this band here is in really good shape. And that's amazing for your age. She goes, most people do not have that like that. They said, so she goes, going forward, you really, I mean, yeah, you should protect your eyes because you've really been very blessed or lucky to
Yeah.
that you haven't ruined your eyesight. I said, yeah, true enough. I spent years in the desert there in New Mexico, just frying my eyeballs out in the sunshine.
Yeah.
Didn't think anything about it. Ended up with skin cancer, several places on my body, but
I remember
my
that.
eyes, yeah, it's bad. Like it really is. So I try to, I don't go out in the sun too much now as an adult, now that I'm older. They told me to just avoid it. They're like, just don't go out in the sun if you can
Yeah.
help it. But you got to go out sometimes. You need some fresh air once in a
You
while.
do. You do.
It's
That's why I always buy
yeah,
a couple good pairs, because we spend so much time on the boat and we do so many outdoor things in the summertime. So I always make sure I have a couple of
yeah,
really good pair. It's funny though,
yeah.
because
Because out
I
on
have a
that
bad
water,
habit. When I get out of the car, I'll lay them on the seat. And a couple times I've gotten in the car and I've sat on them. So, but
oh
no,
no,
yeah, I have. I've done that a couple times. Roger used to be like, "Don't
right?
forget your
It's
glasses
like,
are on the seat."
oops.
So no, I got smart. I lay them on the
Yeah,
dash. But
smart.
no,
That's good
I,
thinking.
I do have a couple nice pair just because of the fact we spend so much time on the water.
Yeah, and that water reflects light, and it's like, yeah, out in the water, you definitely have to have
Yeah,
really good coverage for sunglasses and sunscreen and all of that. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Because you get fried to a
Yeah,
crisp. Well, let me tell you.
it was
Oh,
like,
go ahead.
I was going to say, it was like 5 or 6 years ago. I'm going to say about that amount of time. I got a mark on my face and I went to my family doctor and they're like, we're going to send you to have it checked out for skin cancer. And I'm like, okay, well then I went and I had it checked out and they said, you cannot be in the sun. And if you are in the sun, you have to wear sunscreen. And I mean, up to
Mm-hmm.
that point, I did, but then I actually had to change what I was buying. I bought something that was really great and it was just specifically made for your face. Um, thank
Mm-hmm.
God I got rid of it and I'm fine now. But it's scary when they tell you, like you have skin cancer. It's
Oh
like
yeah.
they take all these precautions and I'm still getting it, and they're like, a lot of
Well,
times,
that's the
a
thing.
lot of the lotions you buy, they said that they're not really great, so you have to really look
Mm-hmm.
in detail as to what you're buying. So I went by what my
Yeah.
dermatologist recommended.
Mm-hmm. That's good. You're gonna have to tell me what that
I will. I
is
will.
because
I
I'm gonna
forget
have to
the
buy
name of
some.
it. It
I
has a
went
little
out.
blue lizard on it. I I totally
Oh,
forget
okay.
the name, but
Oh,
it
well,
has like
that's
a
handy.
little blue lizard on it, and I just remember the lizard.
Blue lizard.
The little
That's
lizard.
cool. Well, I went out. Here's my story. It's been warm here, and I'm up in Canada, up here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and Donna, you're up north in Pennsylvania,
Hmm.
and so we're up pretty north, North America. We're way up north, right? And it's usually cold and windy and blowing snow at this time of the year, but this year it's sunny and it's already like springtime, and so oh, here's Zaid. And so I got sunburned the other day. I went out for 10 minutes in the sun and I literally got sunburned.
Did you really?
Unbelievable. Yeah, it's not even the end of February. It's just the end of February and I got sunburned. All right,
Wow.
there's our friend Zaid. Gonna bring him on here.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Zaid.
Hello. Sorry, I'm
Hello, my
late.
friend. Oh, that's okay. We're just yakking. Yeah. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good.
That's good to
Oh, we're
hear.
How,
good.
how about you guys? How
I'm
about you
glad to
guys?
hear
How
it.
you doing?
We're good.
Good. Yeah. It was a busy day, but I'm glad to be relaxing now.
Me too.
It's nice to be able to just sit back and talk with friends and hang out. Nice. So did you have a good day?
Yeah, I would say that it was a little tired.
Yeah. Well, I think you've been pretty busy too. So
Yeah.
yeah, I know. And I saw you have a lot of uploads on your Jamailene channel on YouTube and some new songs that I've been listening to. So hope everybody will go check those out. The links are in the description, and they're beautiful. I just love your
Yeah.
songs. They're so beautiful. They're
Their music
covers.
is
Yeah, they're
incredible.
just covers. But you have, yeah, you have a beautiful voice. Yeah.
Oh, thank
So
you.
I listened to a couple of them today. Yeah, and this is Donna, and Donna is we've worked together for years. Donna and I, like almost 20 years, and in the advocacy field of working to stop and prevent child abuse, and that's what we focused on. But Donna's an author, and then she's my publisher, so then I became an author, and so we're kind of like sisters. Like we
Yes.
really consider each other sisters. Yeah.
That's
So
nice.
it's a yeah. Well, we feel comfortable around each other because we've been friends for so long.
We're
Um,
better than best friends.
work together. Yeah, yeah. So we want you to feel comfortable too.
Yeah.
We're just gonna hang out and chat, and yes, it's just nice to spend time together,
Hmm.
and just share what's on our hearts and share with people. Yeah. So I broke my glasses. I wear reading glasses, and I was just telling the people that I got tape on my glasses because they fell apart. So I was showing everybody the tape on my glasses. So it's funny. Yeah. I'm like, without them, I can't see the comments. So if somebody has a question, and anytime during the show, um, I'll try to get to your questions. If you have a question and you want to ask Zaid anything or any of us anything, I'll try to get to the questions. But without my reading glasses, I can't see them. So I have to wear my taped glasses.
Zaid, would you want to tell our listeners a little bit about
Yeah.
yourself?
Yeah. Hello. So I'm Saeed. Right now the camera's a little off because I would be sitting at the table, but my mom's making noise outside the kitchen, so you know. And anyway, my name is Saeed.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm from Mexico, and I am 21 years old, and I'm a burn survivor. And what else I can say? I just live a normal life.
Yeah.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
nice.
But I think your story just encourages so many
Yeah.
people. I know it did me, and I think it's because you went through and have been through so much, but yet you just let your heart shine, and
Yeah.
you just let you just walk in like in positivity and try to keep people uplifted, and you live this life kind of that's like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that, to me, that's really wonderful. It is. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're a
It's a
very powerful
testimony.
person.
Oh,
I think
definitely.
he's very
Hmm.
powerful, and from what I've seen, his kind spirit and his heart, and I don't know, I admire that. I really do.
Oh, yeah. Especially for a 21-year-old. I mean, I remember being 21.
Me
I
too.
do. I remember all how I was at 21, and I was really not a good person at 21. My heart was not in the right place. I was really in a bad way, emotionally, psychologically, and I didn't really start straightening up until I hit my 30s. So you being still, you're a grown man, 21 years old. But the thing is, you're a young adult. But the thing is
Hmm.
like you're 21, um, but your heart is in the right place, and
Yeah.
I think your message is in the right place.
Yeah.
Like, I just love what you do, Zaid, and I think
Me
it's
too.
great how you encourage others. Yeah. Yeah, especially for being so young. Most people would wait till later in life, but you're out there as a young person going, you can do it.
Yeah.
Um, just enjoy life, and it's hard to get through things, but we can do it. So I appreciate your message. I really do.
Oh,
It's a
me
message
too.
of hope, and Yeah, it gives people hope. And that's really where, I what I've tried to do since the age of about, 40, 42, to spread love and spread peace and happiness and
Kindness.
you know encouragement for people who are struggling. Yeah. So when I saw you, I was like, oh, this is really great.
Yeah.
This is what the world needs. You know.
It is too. We
So,
need kind people and people that encourage others. There's so many people that want to put other people down. And when I seen your stuff, I was like, wow, you're just so uplifting. And I admire that. I really do.
hmm
Thank you.
absolutely. So it's
I
the
try,
qualities. Yeah.
I try, but like um, the key is how you say it. I think anybody can be an encourager. Like I think they don't have to have like a tragedy, something happened to them. I think they could be because a lot of times I get people and say, "Hey, Said, like I think you're encouraging everything," and I say, "Yeah, I know," but like, and then they tell me their things, like their story. But I say, "You have something encouraging about yourself too, and you could use it." And they're like, "No, because I'm not you and everything." I'm like, you don't have to be me. Like, you have your own story to share with the world, and
Mm,
I think there can be many Saids out there. I think they just, like hide. No, not hide, but like don't know how to use their talent. Not their talent, but mm, their
yeah.
gifts.
Their abilities, their gifts. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, I think you
I
shine.
think
And I
so.
think that
And I
you are
think
very
it's
good.
yeah.
Most definitely.
I do too, and that's how I feel. I think some people are made for that. It's almost like
Hmm. Hmm.
um, some people are willing to put themselves out there, and then others are a little more quiet, more reserved. They don't want to put themselves out there. Because when I see all the stuff on Zaid's channels, YouTube channels, I just really, it just seems to me like you like to share your life with people and you're with your friends and your family and you share your experiences. And then really that's how I am. I like to share my stuff too
You
with
do.
whoever wants to see it because that's just my nature. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not so. I don't know. Um, I don't know. So social, but yet I really like to share with people, and I like to for them to share with me because I always appreciate learning about other people. So yeah, I'm not really an introvert. I don't think. You know, I'm a bit of an extrovert because I'm really into like sharing with people. And most people would be like, "That's not for me," but I like it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I like it's just like all the people that are involved with Jamailene. Yeah.
I love his voice. I love his voice. I think it's encouraging to others, but he has such a I don't want to say a pretty voice because he's a guy, but it's a very nice voice. You know what I mean? Like, I, well, I don't want to say
It's a
pretty and like
beautiful
offend
voice.
you, but
Oh yeah.
yes, he has a beautiful voice. That's the word. Yeah. What
I'm glad.
encourages you to
Yeah,
sing,
you
Zai?
do, Zaid. And
I'm
I'm
glad you guys think like that because I don't think I have a pretty voice, but thank you.
You do.
In fact, one of my friends told
yeah.
me,
None of
"You
us likes
off
our own
key."
voice, really.
No, no, it's good. I have like sing before, and then one of my friends, um, I don't want to like what's the word, like call her out, but I will. Nicely. But she says like, no, you off key, like, oh, but people like it. Like, yeah, but it needs to be perfect and everything. I'm like, oh, whatever. So you know, sometimes I do, like I try to, but like other times when I feel like, mm, when I feel like, you know what, I want to get this out, I don't care. I'm gonna get it out. So, it goes. But yeah,
Yeah.
I still think I'm not a good singer, but
Oh, I don't know. I think you are. I think when
Hmm.
I listen to you singing, it really melts my heart because you have a beautiful voice. It's very soft and it just reaches my heart. Like it doesn't matter if you're off key a little bit. I'm always off key a little bit too when I'm singing.
You
I
don't want to
don't
hear me
mind.
sing.
I don't care. I like to sing.
Yeah.
You don't want to hear me
You
sing.
sing
Oh my
good.
goodness.
You do sing good, Donna. You do sing very good, Donna. I don't think you do, but you do. Yeah.
I don't think
But
anybody likes their own voice.
I'm not a
I think
professional
that's
singer.
it.
No, that's what I that's what it is. Yeah. Most people
So
don't
you
like
do
the
like
sound of
your
their
own
own
voice?
voice.
Mm, I don't mind. I mean, I got used to it, but like, how you say? Like, I personally like don't like. It's not that I don't like it. It's that I just don't think I sound good. Like, But I heard people say you do sound good, so I'm
You
like, you
do
know what?
sound really good.
So I say, so you know what? I'm just gonna
Yeah.
listen to what people say. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just. I think I know what
Yeah,
my
I'm
friend
glad.
what. I think I know what I want. One of my friend wants. She wants that I sound like notes. There's two types of singing. Um, there's singing with your nature voice, and there's singing like um, I call it note because you have to shake, well, not shake, but like you have to make your voice like a piano or like um you know what I mean? Like, for example, you can say like love, like that, or you can be like love,
Oh
like.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So those are the two types of singing, I think.
yeah, yeah. Well, you have a great voice. That's all I can say.
Mhm.
And
and so my
I
and
mean,
so my friend wants me
seriously.
to sing like
Uh,
that.
mhm, yeah,
Does your
with
But
mom
I
adding a.
encourage you to
It's almost
sing?
like a tremolo.
what
Does your mom encourage you to sing?
she actually she actually says that my nature voice is good. But I always say that, like, how you say, like, I don't know, like, I'm taking vocal classes just in case. Mm. And it's not bad, actually. But, it's hard to learn these methods they teach you, the breathing, sound.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, uh, that's the thing I don't like. But other than that, though, like, I like the lessons, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I like to sing, but I don't think I sound that great. So I don't sing in front. I do sing at the stuff in the building where I live. We have all these singing things. Like we got karaoke on Sunday night. Sometimes I go to that, and there's only 3 or 4 people there, and I know them, so I don't mind singing in front of them. And I'll sing to Donna, but I don't sing to other people. But I like to sing. But I don't
Yeah.
like my voice, so I don't really. I think nobody else will like it. So you're brave, and I think that's great. Because if
Yeah.
you weren't brave and didn't put your songs out, the cover songs you're doing, we wouldn't get to hear you. I'd be all that's sad.
Well,
So
no,
I
and
think
the
you're
thing
very, very
is,
brave, and it's wonderful.
also that some of those covers you actually are hearing back when I was like 13 or 15. So none of people know it. People think I just
Hmm.
recorded it, but actually, um, excuse me, some of
Oh,
them go back when I was like around 14 or 13. So you're hearing like young,
Yeah.
versus
hmm,
now, if you
that's
hear me
cool.
like singing like, um, I cannot do the same voice as I used to, but I try.
Well, you do incredible. I think, Lori, the reason we don't like our
Yeah,
voices is because we've done so much radio over time and we get sick of hearing ourselves.
yeah, that might
Serious.
be it. I mean, really, we have done a lot of broadcasting. Yeah,
Yeah.
a year, like thousands of hours of broadcasting. Yeah, it's a lot, and I
Well,
don't know. I
not
just,
really,
you know,
because
it was for a good cause, you know, and that's why we did it.
Yeah, not really though, because one of my friends, like, she never liked her voice at all. Like, like she'll be like, "Oh, I think my voice sounds good." Like, my voice sounds worse. Like, nah. I say your voice sounds good. You just, I mean, you have to get used to it. I guess.
Yeah. Well, I'm a shower singer, and that's about all I have.
Yeah.
If not, I'd scare everybody away.
Shower singer.
I sing in the shower. That's about it.
That's funny.
Like Becky G.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Zaid, maybe you could give me some voice lessons.
Yeah. No, I think I'm not good at that, but I think one of the girls from Jamailene, she'll definitely teach you because she's good at that.
Yes.
She's good
Did
at
you
she's
ever
good at
think about
she's
recording
she's good
any
at teaching.
albums to release?
Sorry.
Did you ever think about recording any albums like to release?
Mm,
Like a
we
CD
thought
or MP3? Did you ever think of
um
anything like that?
we do playlists, but we don't. Well, actually, uh, this girl named Berlin, from Jamailene actually proposed that, like, we should make an album and everything. And that and I talked to the other friends about it. The thing is that, mm, we're trying this for like 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't know what's gonna happen after this 3 years. So it was um it was last year we started 2023, so it's gonna go till 2026, and so we don't know how it's gonna go. But perhaps
Oh yeah.
if everything goes well, maybe we will. But until now, we just making playlists, and actually, we've been like sharing it. Except that I haven't been sharing it lately. But yeah, we do playlists, kind of like an album, but not exactly an album. But you know what I mean, like an album for
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, I'm always on YouTube listening to new
Yeah.
artists.
That's
And
cool.
when Lori first sent me your link and I checked it out, I was like, "Oh my god, he's so good."
Mm-hmm.
You're like one of those people that
Yeah.
we should be hearing on the
Keep singing,
radio.
Zaid.
Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, I love the
Well,
idea,
yeah.
but I just don't wanna. How you say, like, say, oh, it's about me and everything, like, because, like, there's other people involved, and
Mhm.
I try to get everyone's opinion, like I always say, fair square.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I I
Yeah.
we
That's right.
have talked about it before, but some of the friends are like, yeah, but they're not so sure.
Yeah.
And things like that. So
Have to
Sometimes
think
it's
about
hard to
that a
put
little
yourself out.
bit.
But sometimes it's really hard to put yourself out there because you're always thinking what people are going to say or judging. I mean, come on, Lori, we've been judged so harshly from some of the things we've said and done. Like it's hard to put stuff
Oh
out
yeah.
there. So I think that's what I admire. Like you put it out there and you're good. I mean, you're great. I don't mean it like that, but like
Hmm.
to put yourself out to have people like have an opinion about you, that it's hard. It's really hard. Because I know myself as a writer, people's constantly judging me, and I'm always like, okay, back off, give me just give me a break. But to sing, I just
Give me a
they would be like, boo.
no, they would.
So
No,
I
I
don't know.
think everybody likes different things.
Yeah, I just admire your
You
music,
know.
and I think you're incredible.
I would say though, it was hard to
Hmm.
bring them together because we tried because we each have different types of singing.
Yeah.
Mm, We I'm the romantic one of the group, and
Hmm.
Berlin is also the romantic one, but then there's this girl named Wealthy B, and she's mostly like the happy one, like, or about one of her songs about it's about vegetables, which is good. And so you see, mixing all those types of styles, it was a little hard because I'm like, how am I gonna mix it all together? Like, cause like, and like you say, would people like it? Would people
Hmm.
not like it? Cause but I thought, you know what? Let's try this. And so, I told all four. Actually, there's many like the main ones are I think five of us. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but there's more people, but behind the scenes. But
Hmm.
the main ones is five
Oh,
of
that's
us,
cool.
and yeah, but the main ones is five of us, and so like we we're like, how we gonna do this, right? Like, how we gonna fit in? No, really, because we were like, well, I was like, I have this person who sings about, you know, her being positive, and me about romantic, and then this girl, sometimes too romantic, and then this other girl romantic, and then this boy, um, singing about like, like, like I think he said it. He's the passionate one.
Hmm.
So mixing all these type of emotions, like, how am I gonna do it?
That's cool.
It is cool.
It works out though. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like it's really cool. They're very talented too.
Hmm.
Hmm. And I enjoy listening to all of them. And it's like, yeah, it's very cool. I love what you're doing. I think it's great. It's
I
like
will
I
say
share it
though,
everywhere. I've been sharing it around.
we found a way, and I think
Hmm.
we love how people are, listening to it, and you know, um,
Yeah.
we actually do appreciate it.
Yeah. That's cool. You
Hmm.
can tell you're having fun. I mean, you can
Yeah.
tell like all of you guys are having fun with that. And it's very cool. That's the thing. I'm like, that's got to be so much fun, to be involved in. And you guys are young, and it's nice to be young. I
Yeah.
remember what it was like to be young,
Me too.
and it's fun to be young. You know what I mean?
Me
So cool.
too.
Yeah,
Get to hang out with your friends and do cool things. That's really neat. Yeah.
I
What
would
else do
say.
you like to do? You
Oh,
guys-
sorry.
oh, go ahead. Oh, you go ahead.
No, no, you go ahead. I.
Oh, well, I was just going to say, what else do you like to do? Do you have anything else, like any other hobbies or anything you like to do?
So, excuse me. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. My mom make spicy food, and you know,
Oh,
when it when it's
oh,
spicy food, it's like the pepper let out this odor,
nice.
and it gets to your throat, and so
Yeah.
that's why. But besides
Oh
that,
no. Yeah. Makes you
I
like
like
cough. Yeah.
to. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Besides that, I think I also like to. This is gonna sound a little bit weird, but I like studying people and like how they like what's their philosophy, believe, things like that. Their languages, mm, like I don't know, like how they are. Like you can tell different things about people, like um, how they communicate and all these things, or sometimes how they don't communicate.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um, I also like to study, well, languages, of course, but I also like to write poems.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
No, that's
in,
cool.
in fact, one of the poems got turned into a song. Um, I got complaints from my friend though because she says it's too long, and like I don't care. It's gonna go out there, you know. Whoever likes it, you know. Sorry, Berlin.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
She's
she'll
giving you a
probably say
hard time.
what?
It's too long.
I know. No, no, but I understand why though because um, it was a short poem actually, you know. So it goes like this. Um, it says it says y- your let me see if I can remember because it's been a long time. Um,
Oh, that's okay.
I titled it. I think I titled it. Wait, I believe I titled it. I don't remember, but I remember some parts that I want to share. You know, this
Oh,
poem I
cool.
wrote it in high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
That's
I
awesome.
wrote it. I wrote it because well, um, I actually wrote it because I thought so. Another thing about me that you know is just that my relationship with like dating and thing hasn't been like great, you know. And so I felt one time I felt lonely in high school, so I decided to just write this, you know.
Hmm.
And I said, you know,
Oh, that's
if I cannot dedicate a poem to this girl, I can dedicate a poem. No, I can give people to dedicate poems to to their to their girlfriends, you know.
Hmm.
So I wrote it
hmm
for people to dedicate when they're having their crush or something. And it says
Oh, that's cool. Hmm.
your eyes are like the stars that come out at night. Your beauty shines like the sunbright in the sky. And then it says, mm, when you smile, you also make me smile. It's for a long time, and it's not for a little while. And then it goes, and then it says, I wait, let me remember the verses. It's been a long time, but anyway, it says,
You go ahead.
I need to remember a song because the song is a little long. But anyway, so knowing writing those two stanza, mm, I guess made me feel like how I was thinking like if I have somebody, if that makes sense.
Hmm. It makes perfect sense. Your poem was actually very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful.
It
Yeah, it's
is.
absolutely
I love
beautiful.
the part about
Yeah.
the eyes. I like that. That I really like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wait,
Did you ever
okay.
think about writing a book?
I was just going to ask
They
that.
had told me, but I mm, never put it into mine. But they had told me to.
You should write a book and you should do poetry. I know somebody that would be more than happy to publish it
Hmm.
for you.
Yeah.
No, well, I'll
Donna's a
consider it. I'll
publisher.
consider it.
Yeah. Yeah. Donna's a publisher. She works with all sorts of people and helps people to get their books out. She did that for me, and
Hmm.
it was just awesome. Like it's not like I'm some sort of famous author, but the thing is I got my story out, and it was originally just a blog on online. I was just writing a blog, and Donna was like, "You should publish that." I'm like, "You think so?" I don't think it's that good. She's like, "No, it's good. You
It
should
was
publish
really
it."
good.
So it made me happy to do that. Yeah, but that's always something you can think about, Zaid. You don't have to feel pressured or anything like that.
Oh no, no!
Um,
I
Oh no,
just
no,
it's
I
just your
know
poetry is beautiful,
the
and
poetry is beautiful.
it is. And I think
Oh yeah.
it helps people. In fact, um, this is a little like I show it to a lot. I show it to girls, because most of my friends are girls, and I show it to them, and like,
Hmm.
tell me what you think when you read this, and they're like, okay, I'll let you know. And actually, most of them like, Saeed, like, why don't you have a girlfriend? Like, cause I don't know, like,
All that beautiful poetry, you should have a
I know,
girlfriend.
and they're like, well, Saeed, I don't know, but
Yeah.
like with this, you make anybody fall. And like, I don't think so, but thank you. And then like, they're like, it's good. Like, I like how you compare like the beauty and all this stuff with the nature, and
It's
Yeah.
incredible.
That's really beautiful.
It is.
Hmm. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. I think you just have so many gifts. Like that's the thing. It's so nice, for you to share them, and that's the thing. So many people, unfortunately, keep. Well, that's okay if they want to do that, but they keep their gifts to themselves, and that's a real shame because it's a loss for the world. But you share your gifts with people, and I think that's really that's beautiful. And because we all have gifts, everybody has gifts to share,
Yep. Everybody
and
has a gift to
you never
give.
know what it is, but until you get out there and start doing it, you know what I mean? Yeah, absolutely. So that's great. Yeah, beautiful. Hmm. So I see you have a little kitty cat. What's your cat's name?
oh, thank you, but that's not my cat. It's my friend's cat. His name is Balu.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was your cat.
No.
Oh, it's so cute. Oh, I was like fluffy and cute.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
big
he's
animal
I
lovers.
used to have cats, but like in the place, the building I'm in now. Yeah, we're definitely animal lovers. Yeah, I love animals, and I love people too, but I love animals too. And I used to always have cats, but I can't in this building where I'm at. So anytime I see a cat now, I get all flustered, and it's like, oh, I want that cat. Oh, I love that cat, and it's like I miss having a cat. Yeah,
yeah.
they're so cute. They're so fluffy. They're so fluffy. Yeah, they're cute. I thought that was your cat. Okay.
No, no, it's not my cat. No, it's my friend's cat. But I would say though they let me pet their pets a lot all the time.
Oh,
So
well,
you must be an
them cats,
animal
they
lover
love
too.
that, right?
What?
So you're an animal lover too?
I would say so.
Yeah. Your kindness. I can kind of tell what kind of a person you are just from the way you speak. You're very
It's
kind.
it's very funny though because most of the dogs like they come up to me. And as soon as they see me for some reason, they all
Hmm.
start to lick me for some reason. Like
That's because they like you.
yeah.
Oh, that's
And there
awesome.
has been people and
Usually,
there
when
has been
dogs see
people
me,
who
they just
tell
start.
me,
They start.
oh sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, you go ahead.
Oh, I said and it's funny because some people told me like, like uh like he or she has never done that, and I'm surprised that she did that to you. Like, like for example, like a
Yeah.
dog, and that dog doesn't come up to no stranger, but then they said like, I can't believe it
Yeah.
because my dog will not go out to a stranger, but then you show up and that dog came up to you like, all nice. Usually, if it was a stranger, she'll bark at those people, and with you, it's different. And she's like, and I like, and they get surprised. They're
Hmm.
like, you must have something that attracts, like, no, you must have something that the dogs or they know that you need love or something.
Mhm.
And yeah, I don't know. I say,
I
Yeah.
think it's your kindness and your spirit.
Yeah.
because they can tell if somebody's a
Mhm.
good person or not a good person.
Yeah.
I know my dog, there if certain people walk by our house, he will just go crazy. And then there's other people and it doesn't phase him at all, but he can kind of pick out the good from the bad. And like a lot of people don't believe that, but that's true. He really can.
I think
They know all sorts of things. Dogs do. They sense,
Mhm.
yeah, they sense whether they're safe around you or not, whether you're safe or not. Mhm.
I think that
Yeah.
people try to treat animals like us, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like they think, oh well, like this dog is like me because like I don't think you know what I mean? Like that's why we don't appreciate like gifts that the dogs or cats have, because they can sense things that we don't sense, you know.
Mhm.
But then people we think like, no, how can they be if
Mhm.
they're just animals? And I think that's wrong. Like to assume that just because we cannot sense something doesn't mean that other animals like uh
Mhm.
don't have that ability.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. We, you know, like science is trying to figure out that. I know I haven't read a lot of articles on it, but I know that I've seen some where they've said like what animals see, how their vision is, what they perceive from you just by smell. Um, Fear, like if you give off an aura of, of stress or anxiety, they can pick that up. An animal will pick that up.
Mhm.
So, you know, and we as humans don't necessarily pick that up, but they do. And I know, like, you know, cats for some reason like me, but some dogs don't like me. I don't know why. Because I like dogs. I've always liked dogs,
Yeah.
but they don't necessarily like me. I'm not sure why. I'm like, oh, it's sad because I like dogs. So, but some dogs like me. But I mean, I've had a few dogs that didn't like me for some reason. I'm like, I don't know why they wouldn't, because I would just love on them and pet them and give them kisses and hugs and all that. So I'm like, I don't know why they wouldn't like me, but for some reason, maybe I'm nervous or whatever. I did get sort of attacked by my sister's dog one time when I was younger, and so
They
maybe
can,
there's a little bit of fear there, and they pick it up or something,
yeah, they sense your
anxiety or something.
fear. Yep, they
Yeah,
sense your fear.
could be. Yeah, well, it makes them nervous, and that's a shame because I love animals. I'm really an animal lover. Hmm. Yeah. And in this place where I'm at, we're only allowed to have a goldfish in a bowl. That's all we're allowed. It's on the lease. It says you are only allowed to have one goldfish in one bowl. That's all.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, never mind.
No,
I
no
know
pets for
it's so
you.
sad. No birds, no nothing. So
No pets
no
for you.
pets for me. That's okay. I had years worth of pets. So yeah,
Yes, you
no more
did.
for me. But that's okay. I just, well, I was we're thinking how nice it would be to adopt an older cat, because I'm a senior now. I'm almost a senior, not quite, but almost 60. And a lot of times seniors will adopt older cats because they only have so many years left, and you get to give them a good home. And I
Hmm.
thought, oh, I could do that, but not here where I live. They won't let you do it, so that's too bad.
That's
I'll
a
have to
shame.
go to the animal shelter and pet the cats as a volunteer. It is. Oh well. I'll just go to the shelter so I can pet some cats. Yeah. I'll volunteer at the animal shelter. Yeah. Hopefully. I'm hoping to do that next year. Yeah.
That would be
Because
nice.
I do miss being around the cats, especially because yeah, I'm so comfortable around cats. And I love bunnies as well. Bunnies are so cute. Yeah. So, yeah. What else did you want to tell us about yourself? What's your favorite food, Zaid?
My favorite food, I would say, there's three types of food I like. I like Mexican food. Well, some people are gonna say duh, but still.
Mm.
Um,
Mhm.
and I love
I like Mexican food too.
Me too.
But no, it's because they're like, yeah, like of course, because you're from Mexico, and but
Mm.
anyway, the like like one time I told somebody, no, somebody asked me, what kind of food do you like, and I said, uh and then they told me before I could speak, well, yeah, well, besides Mexican food, like, what else do you like really, like, you did not need to, like, you told me that,
Besides
like,
Mexican.
you know
I was going to
but
ask what your mom's cooking.
yeah. um but let's see, but I also like Indian food, and
Indian food?
I,
Yeah.
Indian, not Native Americans. I mean
Yeah,
Indian food, like from India.
Hmm.
And I also
like
like
India. Yeah, yeah. Nice.
chicken tenders,
Me too.
Mm.
and that's it.
Chicken tenders. I mean, can't go wrong there.
Nope.
I love chicken
I
tenders.
mean,
I love
I'm not
pizza.
picky. I'm
Pizza's
not
my
picky
thing.
either, so
I
I'll
don't know
eat
what's.
anything.
Yeah, me too. That's my biggest problem. It's why I keep putting on
Yeah,
weight because I like everything. I'm like, just bring it on. I'm happy. Just bring it on. I really like to
I
eat. I
will.
like food. I
I
cooked
will
for a
say
living
though.
for 25 years. Yeah.
Oh my god. I will say though, Indian food, like the spices is different. Like I did not expect it. Um, the spices are different.
Mm,
They say it's spicy food, but I think it's more like mm,
yeah.
I don't want to say spicy. I want to say more like it's a it's a dragon kind of thing. Cause when you eat Indian food, you see what I mean. It's like um, my gosh, even when you burp, you feel it. It's like I
Oh
think it's
yeah.
because of the
Yeah.
nails,
It's like fire,
not
is it?
nails. Like
It's
Yeah.
like yeah. It's tasty though.
it
Yeah.
is.
There was a restaurant. There was a place right near where I used to work back, oh, I don't know, 5 6 years ago, and they had Indian food, and it was so good. Oh man, I loved it.
No one told me though they clean your system though.
And
No one told me
as
that.
they used to cook it fresh, like
Like no, like I wish
yeah, pretty
somebody
much
told
for
me
that
that
from the heat
before.
from the chili and all that.
I just got what he said.
Yeah, I wish somebody told me that though.
Yeah,
Like I
to
wish,
clean your system right on it.
I wish a friend could tell me, Saeed, when you eat this food, you like it, but just know that you should still be clean. That's I wish somebody told me that, and nobody told me that. So like, I was like, man, like
They didn't warn you.
exactly.
That's not good.
I
Not
know.
good at
That's
all.
not good. Yeah, that's no.
the
Have to
the
find out the
funny thing
hard
is,
way. It's like, oh,
the
okay.
yeah, the funny thing is the girl was smiling actually when she said, "So do you want this food?" Yeah, and then it's like okay, and she was like, "I'll bring that to you," and she said smiling too, like you know,
You're so funny.
They should have warned you. Somebody should have said something. Oh,
well, no, it's because
that's funny. Oh man.
I always tell people like, watch out with like my by the way, my dream is to be a comedian, like like make people laugh, like like be a stand comedian.
Yeah,
And I always joke with my mom
that's
and
awesome.
everybody. I tell them, hey, be careful what you say to me
That's cool.
because whatever you say, I'm gonna use it in a comedy show.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That
Yeah,
is
I
cool.
like that. That's good. Yeah, yeah. It's yeah. Laughter is so important, And
Mhm.
I think, like Donna and I, that's why we wanted to do this show, Women Like Me. That's just what Donna titled it. But the thing is like, we just wanted to come on and laugh and have a good time because we don't,
Yeah.
how often do you get to do it? Like, especially when you get older and you're busy and got so many things going on. So we said, hey, we want to just sit around, laugh, and have a good time. And
Yeah.
yeah, this is fun. You know what I mean? It's fun to sit
Yeah.
back and laugh and just joke around. Absolutely.
Yeah. Life's too
That's awesome.
serious. So I wanted something where
Yeah,
we can just
I bet your mom's a good cook.
Well, yes, yes.
life
Oh
is so
yeah,
serious. Yeah, life is so
yeah.
serious. It's good when you can just sit around and laugh with some friends. And
Hmm.
like right now, I'm enjoying it because we're just having a good time and we're laughing and talking, and I think that's nice.
Yeah, it is. It is very nice. We all live like thousands of miles apart, but you wouldn't know it. You know what I
No,
mean? It's
no.
this is great. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, we all live exactly the opposite, 3,000, two to
Yeah.
3,000 miles apart. But yeah, it's just fun to learn about people. I know my favorite food is to be honest with you, I love Mexican food. I grew up eating Mexican food in New Mexico, and like I love chimichangas, and I love like chimichanga burritos. I love
I
like
don't know what those are.
carne adobada and all that. Oh, have you? It's a red red chili pork. Um, it's all like it's and you just serve it up with some tortillas or sopapillas or whatever. It's so good. Oh man, I used to make that and stuff like that. It's
Mhm.
pretty hot, pretty spicy with the red chili, and then I think burritos, all that stuff. You know.
Mhm.
So I still like to make salads with like make Mexican chicken salads. Like those are really good. So I love Mexican food, but pizza really is my favorite. I love pizza. And I could probably live on pizza.
Me too.
I could eat pizza day like in the morning, for lunch, have some more for dinner. I'd be
What's your
happy
favorite
with
pizza?
pizza. I like pizza. Yeah.
What's your favorite one?
What kind?
Yeah.
What the favorite? Um, I like Greek pizza, like a Greek style.
No, no, like which one? Like
And
pepperoni, cheese.
usually like the Greek style is almost vegetarian, so it doesn't have any.
Oh, that one.
Oh, I like almost like a vegetarian. Yeah. Like I do like a pizza with meat on it too, like ham or pepperoni or whatever. I do love pepperoni pizza. But I prefer for some reason to have like vegetarian pizza, and then has like olives, like black olives on it, like Greek style, um, and then have lots of like dipping sauce to go with it. It's like really
Oh.
good.
I never like
So
olives though for some reason. I
yeah,
don't know
but I
why.
I mean I like any pizza. You could put any pizza. Oh,
But it's
I
good.
didn't used to like olives, like black or green olives. I didn't like olives. No.
Really.
They just grew on me later in life. Yeah. Because when I was
Maybe
young, I wouldn't eat them. No. Mm-mm.
maybe that's gonna
I
happen
would
to
pick
me one day. I'm
olives
not
off of
sure.
everything. I would be like, if it had olives.
I don't care for them, Lori. Not at all.
I don't know. Just one day.
I don't like olives.
Huh?
My daughter
You don't
loves
like
them. I
them?
don't like them.
Yeah, no, I don't know what happened, but one day I just all of a sudden liked them because for almost all my life I didn't like them. And then all of a sudden I liked them and I'm like, oh, they're all right. They're pretty good. And then now I'm like, I love olives. Yeah. So they just kind of grew on me. Yeah. Yeah.
Zaid, what's your favorite kind of pizza?
That's
Mm,
funny.
I like Hawaiian,
I've had that one time. That is pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
but
Yeah.
now
With
pineapple. I don't know. Like like it was good, but then when I discovered it had pineapple, I'm like, okay.
Nope. I had it once and it was pretty good.
not so much. Well,
My
that was
favorite.
my husband's favorite pizza, right? Hawaiian.
Yeah, you used to always say cease like
What's
that.
your favorite, Donna?
Supreme.
Yeah, he was into the Hawaiian pizza. Oh, you like a meat supreme?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
he liked
like
that too. Yeah, he
pepperoni
was
and I
into
like
meat too. He
ham and
liked all that stuff.
sausage. And then they put like green peppers on it and onions and mushrooms, all kinds of things. I always say load it up because I love
Hmm.
pizza.
Just put it on there.
That's the one thing I
That's
think I could eat every single
yeah.
day is
I don't
pizza.
know. I just yeah, me too. I don't know what's the matter, but that's what it is for me too. Like I love pizza. I have to literally stay away from it because I'm trying to lose weight, and I'm like, no, I don't get any pizza. I won't
I
eat
had
one
pizza
piece. I'll
today.
just be like, give me the more pizza.
We
Did
ordered
you
a
have
large,
pizza?
yeah, we ordered a large pepperoni pizza for lunch today at
Oh,
work.
look.
And I ate 2 pieces,
Oh,
which is rare for me.
nice,
I was
nice.
hungry.
That's awesome.
I was hungry today.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you've been busy, so you haven't really had a chance to stop running like for so long. Um, well, I like to cook, and I like to you know sort of try to cook healthy for the
Hmm.
most part. You know what I mean? But I
Zaid, do
know
you
when I
ever
was
help
young, I
your mom?
really wasn't concerned. I just eat whatever.
Zaid, do you ever help your mom cook?
No, I tried to. She's like, no, I don't want you to get burned. Like, too late. But, no, no, no. No, she says I don't want you to get burned, but I said, but still, like, I can help with, like, I don't know, maybe if you need. She's like, yeah, okay. She's like, maybe one day, but,
She just doesn't want too many cooks in the kitchen at once. That's what my mom used to
That's
always
okay.
tell me.
perhaps, yeah.
My
But I'm
mom's
not the,
really
I'm not the only one, though, because I had a,
Yeah.
I had a blind I had a friend who was blind from India, and they told her, well, no, she says, "Mom, can I help you?" And then she says that her mom told her, "No, until you get a man, you can cook, but since now, just let me like spoil you."
oh, that's sweet.
I know, and I told her, I wish I had that mom. I said,
Oh,
but nah.
that's nice. Yeah.
That is nice.
So
You sound like you have a really good relationship
Yeah.
with your mom.
I do, and what's the word? Like we um we we've been through a lot together, like to get into this good relationship, if that makes sense.
Yep. Nope. I have 2 children. I have a son
Hmm.
that is 36 and I have a
Oh yeah.
daughter that is 33. And I get it. I really get it because sometimes you have to really work on relationships, and relationships aren't perfect. That's for sure. So your mom
Yeah,
would probably say that.
Mm.
I would say well, it was hard because of the things we've been through together, and then also like the thing is, children don't understand that their parents, probably went through a rough childhood. Um, like we see mom
Hmm.
like or dad like from today, like for example, your dad could be 40 or 30 years old, and that's what you see.
Hmm.
You don't you don't go back to like their
Hmm.
childhood. You don't see how they were, and that's the thing. And I don't know. It used to be because I grew up
Hmm.
in the old days, but
Right.
also you can say like I'm in the I'm in the old days and kind of new generation, kind of not really though. I feel like the old generation, but let me explain why. So back in my days, and you understand what I mean, that back in my old day, well, you know, your parents did not told you like did not sat with you and talked, like, hey, like when I was young, blah blah. I mean, you know, you just you just get like, do this, do that, And so my dad was like
Mm-hmm.
that, but my mother, she was different though. She would tell us what we did wrong and everything, and then she would. Another thing is she would say like, "You don't want to commit the same mistake when I was young," or something like that. And I thought that was cool because like, wow, like or sometimes
Mm-hmm.
we would not eat the food, and she was like, "Do you know if when I was little, I used to be crying for food," she says, "and I would enjoy having this what you
Mm-hmm.
have, and things like that, like,
Right.
and then that's what made us, I guess, like connect. Another thing I would say it'll help was the pandemic, COVID,
Mm-hmm.
um, because I don't know, it helped
Mm-hmm.
us get close.
That's nice. Your mom sounds like a pretty incredible woman
Yeah.
because
She
I'll tell
is.
you, she's done a fine job raising you into a very fine young
Mm-hmm.
man.
I think
Mm-hmm.
another thing I would say is parents and children learn from each other.
Yes.
Like I always think like children have
Yeah.
this bad concept of like um learn that they just get to learn from parents. No, I think it's both. Parents are learning from their children and
Yes.
children
Yeah.
are learning from their parents, but they both get it wrong. Like they both think like, well, I'm just gonna depend on mom, or I'm just gonna depend on dad. And though that might be true, but like I think if you both learn from each other, you know what your children want, and you know what your parents want, and you
Yeah.
build good relationship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. Yeah. There has to be communication and
Yeah.
willingness to be open to learn, about the other, each other. So that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, your mom seems really sweet. Like in the videos, I
Yes.
saw some of the older videos from some of your past birthdays, and she's just beautiful, and she seems so sweet and nice. And but I can't understand everything she's saying speaking Spanish, or I just don't speak that fast. I speak well. I'm not fluent in Spanish. I just know some Spanish, and so I try to listen and see what she's saying. She speaks so fast I can't figure it out, but um, she's a beautiful lady, and I don't know. I just think that she's done a great job raising you, and you guys are obviously have really probably raised each other in a way. You've been there for each other, and that's an amazing relationship. It really
Yeah.
is. Yeah,
Yes.
that's
For
awesome.
sure.
Mhm. So yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, because I mean, it's just nice to when some of the videos from your birthdays and stuff. You can just see how much she loves you and how much she uh, does stuff with you, like together. Um, it's it's really really wonderful. And it's a real testimony. You know what I mean, to the strength. I think the two of you must be. You just have to be incredibly strong, and to be able to go through what you went through and face that adversities, face the troubles, and come out on top. You know what I mean? And I just really give you a lot of credit for that. I think that's wonderful. You know, both of you, like all your, like just everybody that's around you in your life. It's just wonderful. Hmm. So that's awesome.
Definitely.
So be sure and tell your mom that we all said hi.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah, yeah,
Is there anything else you want to
yeah. Because
share
she
with
seems
us?
so sweet.
Let's see.
I want to know as much about you as I can. I find your
Yeah.
story so interesting, and I love your videos. Lori sent me your videos, and I was just so impressed with your singing.
Okay, another thing. Um, I'm saving my story for last because I
Mhm.
don't know why. But another thing I like is let's see, I like history. Like that's my favorite subject,
That's nice. I like history too.
Mhm.
especially
History
because
is
like
cool. Yeah, I like history.
yeah, and I think I can like especially wars that like you know that no one talks about much anymore.
Hmm.
And and I'm like that's interesting
Hmm.
because this may sound a little kind of strange, but I feel like a veteran of a war because like I know I never been to a war,
Hmm.
but but because of what happened to me and all this stuff, like I feel like like um and especially now I feel like a veteran because I had nothing to do really, like I mean I do, but I mean like
Yeah.
I'm in this period where like what should I do with my life, all these things, but
Hmm. Yeah. It's like you
but
came
yeah,
back from a war. Exactly.
Yeah, you're a
Like a
survivor.
soldier returning from war. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, definitely. I bet you probably have a lot in common with with the people, the military people coming military who are veterans, you know, who have been through so much.
Hmm.
I can imagine that you probably do relate to them in many ways. Yeah, and they would relate to you. I bet. Yeah, history is neat. I really like history. Hmm.
What's your favorite part of history?
I
What do you
like to
think?
say the Vietnam War.
Hmm. Oh,
I
that's
like
cool.
I like the Vietnam War because
Yeah, that's a very interesting history.
That
yeah,
is, yeah.
not because of the suffering that people went through. Well, I like the Vietnam War because, like
No.
I said, the Vietnamese, the Americans who um, came back like with things they couldn't forget from Vietnam.
Yeah.
Like, oof,
Hmm.
like some of them even had some failures that that cannot be explained. And like they just
Hmm.
came back so
Yeah.
like they just got forgotten, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they weren't treated very nicely when they come home. My dad was in the Vietnam War, and when they
No.
returned, they weren't treated very kindly
Hmm.
by, the Americans, which is sad because today we honor our veterans
No.
and we have
Yeah.
so much respect for them. And back then, I mean, I can remember hearing my dad talk, and he would say that people spit at him and everything. And I just can't even imagine because of how
Hmm.
every soldier I see, I always say thank you for your service because without them, we wouldn't have the freedom and the rights that we do today. And to know that when my dad come home, people was just like they treated him so
Hmm.
badly and was spitting at him and calling him names, and it it's sad. It's really sad.
It
Yeah, it's terrible.
was
Hmm. It
because
is.
another thing too is that people
Yeah.
back then pay attention to what they saw on the political TV, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah,
um, you see Americans executing a Vietnamese civilians or whatever, but you have to understand that it was an order from like the governor, the president, at that time, And the thing is, I always think people blame the
Hmm.
soldiers for everything.
they
I
do.
mean, I'm not saying it's not their fault. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm not excusing it. But in a war zone,
Hmm.
you had to obey orders, unfortunately.
You have to obey orders, but then it's kind of like a do or die
Yeah, it's
situation.
unfortunate.
Exactly.
You know, it's hard because I
Yeah.
think all
Yeah.
the young men
Yeah, it
and
is
women
sad because it's just.
that's in the military. And I know when my son was getting ready to graduate high school, he had mentioned going in the military, And as much respect as I have for them, I was like, please do not, because the world wasn't in such a great place. And I was like, no, last thing I wanted to think of was my son being killed. And I don't know. I treasure them
Mm-hmm.
and I thank them, but as a mom looking at a child considering going into the military, it's scary because you just don't know what's going to happen. They may never come home, and it's sad because we as a world should be better than that. We should have learned from past mistakes and bettered ourselves. That's what I think.
I would say mm,
Yeah. Well,
it's
I agree
hard.
with you.
It's hard though because you know, and any veteran who watch this in the future, hopefully, will agree with me that you know what that uh you have. It's like you have two lives. You have your soldier life, but you also have a
Mm-hmm.
normal life. Like a civilian.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, the leaders, they
Mm-hmm.
train you how to be a soldier, but they don't train you how to come back. Like,
Exactly. You
you know,
nailed it. Yep, you nailed it. They don't.
That's right.
I know within our own community, we've
Yeah.
had so many soldiers that have
Yeah.
taken their
Yeah. That's right.
they can't forget what they saw or what they were forced to do, and it's hard.
yeah. Me,
It is.
that's why I like to watch documentaries like how was it for and I also search from the enemy side, you know. And that's another thing. Like people always
Mm-hmm.
think like
Yeah.
oh, just America, blah blah. But no, whenever I, you know, look at documentaries, I always try to find what the Vietnamese thought, like what like especially like the Viet Cong, like the
Right.
North Vietnamese, like what did they thought when they fought? And actually, I
Mm-hmm.
got surprised because I discovered North Vietnamese were just defending their home. They didn't care about Cold War. They didn't care about who was communist or not. They just
Mm-hmm.
like we're just defending our homeland. So uh, they said, so when we heard the Americans were coming, we
Mm-hmm.
instantly, decided to die for our country because we were just defending, our homeland. And I thought, whoa, like, finding it from that point of view, it changes, what you think.
Oh yeah. That's right. You're right. You're very right. Because that's the issue and that's the problem. That's why I wish. I mean, in my little pretend unrealistic world, I would love to see peace on this earth
Too.
and no more wars and no more fighting and no more stupid deaths for no reason, people killing each other for no reason. It's really sad because
It is.
I don't like it. I really don't. But um, uh, I see these things, and it's governments and certain leaders that just want to do these things and go into some other country, and then it's just like kind of what's going on right now around the world with Ukraine and different places,
Mhm.
and people are dying, and widows are being made. People are losing their children. Their sons, mostly their sons, maybe a few daughters, but civilians are dying too. And it's like it's really tragic because it's like, oh, can't we like learn from the past a little bit? Can we not just
Hey,
stop
let's learn
the
from our past
crazy
mistakes.
killing machine?
Yeah, let's learn
you
from our
know,
past mistakes. Let's do better.
it's sad, like it really is, because I care about all people. Yeah, that's right. Because I care about all people. I
Me too.
really do around the world. I don't care who you are. I don't care what color, what nation, what ethnic
No,
background you have. I really care about people, and it doesn't. This world should be a better place by now. This is ridiculous what's going on, and people are hating each other for no reason whatsoever. It's like they look across at somebody that's just the next border over and they don't like them for some reason, so they all of a sudden they're enemies, and that's just tragic.
it is.
It really is. It's sad because the world is a beautiful place full of beautiful people, and there's no reason why we should be killing each other, going to other countries and killing people. Uh, Anybody doing that, whether it doesn't matter which country's doing it, going over to another country to kill, maim, and torture. That's just a bad idea to me. It really is. I don't
I
care
agree.
which country's doing it; it's just bad. So yeah, I don't like it. As much as see if everybody would stop, like for instance, the aggressor, whoever the aggressor is, that's saying, I need more power, so I need to invade that country, or whatever the issue is. You know, whatever why they decide to do it, who knows? But it could be like power, resources, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If that one individual leader would not do that, we wouldn't have these escalations going on. But there's always somebody who decides that they've got to go take from somebody else. Oh, we got to take from somebody else. So this is tragic. It really is. But I do enjoy history, and I like learning as much of the
Mm-hmm.
truth as we can possibly get to as far as history goes. I do
Yeah.
enjoy it. Hmm.
I also went back one time and
I
studied
think that's
like
how we learn.
I also went back one time and studied about like the Egyptians,
I like that.
the
Oh yeah,
ancient,
that's
Mm-hmm.
cool. That's ancient history. Yeah,
I like that.
that's
and
very cool.
and then I would study like the
Yeah.
Mayans and the Aztecs and all this stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
That is
Yeah,
cool.
especially being from Mexico. I mean, that's really cool to study those guys. Yeah, because like there's all the indigenous Mexican languages, which are not Spanish at all.
No,
I mean, I have no idea how to speak any of those languages. Not and um, it's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating, and the history. Long before the Spaniards ever came over, the Europeans, right?
yeah,
Um, yeah, I like learning about stuff like that too.
Me too.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I think we have a lot in common. We have a lot in common because that's the stuff I like to do. I really enjoy studying and learning about different people and different things, different customs, different cultures. You know, it's it's fun. I like it. Some people would say, "Oh, that's not fun," but I think it is fun. That's cool. Yeah. Well, I'm
yeah,
interested in people like Zaid. When you said earlier, you said I kind of study people and watch what they do, and you're into languages and stuff. And I think me and you have a lot in common because that's what I do. I'm into I am into that sort of thing, studying people, wondering what pondering how they like why they do what they do and what makes them up and what. I find it interesting. Absolutely. Hmm.
yeah. I always
Yeah.
think like at the end of the day,
So that's cool.
we all connected somehow.
Yeah. We are. We are all
Yeah,
connected at some point.
it's true. Yeah, that's absolutely true. I know some people wouldn't believe that, but that's whatever. We are all connected. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we're the
Most definitely.
family of man. We're the family of mankind. And yeah, so we definitely are bond. We are all really all related in some way, which is funny when you think about it. Going back. We are all related in somehow. Um, And that's the sad thing is that most people don't consider each other their brothers and sisters, but we all really are. And that's why I love what you're doing, Zaid. I love your message of hope and your passion for just kind of living out loud. I call that living out loud.
I
Like
do too.
you love to laugh and have a good time. You're living out loud. Um, it's great. I would encourage you to just keep on going, and it's hard when you're trying to build up followers on YouTube. I know because this channel is very new and we don't have that many followers, but we hope to have lots in someday. But yeah, I keep sharing your stuff out, and we'll keep doing that. I know Donna will too,
Yeah.
and we'll keep sharing your stuff out, and um, hopefully more and more people can find your stuff and that way they can get in on what you're doing, because I think it's great. Yeah,
It is great. It's
it's
incredible.
awesome. Hmm.
That's great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like a it's like a passion. It takes time to upload all that stuff, you know. Like it takes time to create those YouTube, you know, videos and audios and upload them and all that. So that's like a love of, what do you want to call that? It's a what do they call that? There's a word for it, Donna. I think you probably know what it is, but it's like when it's your passion and it's a work of love or whatever. Like you love to do it, and so you work hard at it, but you get it done. But you know, it's
It's a
great,
labor of
you know,
love.
because it does everybody. Labor of love. That's what I'm
Labor
trying.
of
Yes,
love.
exactly. Thank you. That's what I was trying to. Yeah, it's a labor
Yes.
of
Labor
love.
of
You
love.
know, that's why I mean I keep doing what I'm doing. I don't have. Yeah, I mean Zaid's got a lot more followers than we do, Donna. But one day maybe we'll have some more followers too.
I'm not
But
real
yeah,
familiar with
you know
YouTube.
it's just I think really
I'm not real familiar with
yeah. See,
YouTube.
I've been on
And
YouTube for a long time, so
my social media skills aren't that great. Like for AU4H, we have somebody post for us. For different websites we have different people post. It takes me a minute, and then once I like get onto it, then it's okay. But I'm just not. People's on social media for hours and hours and hours, and I might look for a second or two, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done with this because it gets too overwhelming.
Yep.
The
Well,
biggest thing for me is people get on there
I
and they
don't think you have the
argue.
same amount of time, Donna, that most people that we
hey guys, I'll be back. I
have.
need
Hmm.
to do something real quick, but I'll be
And
back. I'll
fight.
be here
Yeah.
though.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
No, I'm
yeah,
pretty
sure.
busy
Okay.
lately, Lori. So you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I think what got to me with social media was a lot of the people arguing over politics. And I was like, I am so sick and tired of hearing the same thing. And then I kind of thought the election would come and get over with and people would move on. Now people just have something else to bitch about. They want to complain, they want to argue.
no, that's
And I don't have
they want
time
to
for that.
fight. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like I
Unfortunately.
look for the positive
Well,
things. Like
it's
they'll have quotes or those little memes, and like the positive things. I like
yeah.
that. I'm not really into the fighting over politics or I hate you or
No. No,
it's just not me. That's not my
excuse
thing.
me. No, me. No, I don't get into it. I don't even join in
Mm,
with that stuff because life is too short. So, like
yeah. But
serious.
just to sit there and
I don't want to
argue.
waste my time being involved in all that.
That's what I said. I'm like, I'm not going to stand there
Yeah.
and argue over something
Just
that,
to try to prove a point.
yeah. I'm like, it doesn't matter how much you argue with
No.
somebody, you're not going to change their mind. Their mind's already made up on what they believe. So no matter
Mhm.
how much you stand there and argue with them or try to be rude or whatever to them, you're not going to change their mind. That's just who they are and what they believe. And to me, I'm just like, you believe what you believe, I'll believe what I believe, and you know, let's agree to disagree and let's just move on. Where most people, I think I had like 5,000 followers on Facebook, and then I just started cutting them out because I got tired of hearing like the fighting. And then I got down to so many, and then
Mhm.
anymore, it's just like, sorry, but it's just not my thing.
No, I just, I mean, social media, like, well, I mean, back in the old days when we were doing all the advocating stuff and we were seriously like 10, 12-hour days
Yeah.
on online trying to advocate and spread the message, whatever. I mean, we were busy. But back in them days, I think we were so busy trying to, share, you know, resources and everything else
Mhm.
that we were kind of ignoring that negative side of it and just
Yeah.
building a following and building up as many people, right? I mean, I've got like 3,200 Facebook friends, but
Mhm.
probably only about 400 of those people follow me. The rest don't see my stuff at all. So I've only got 400 and something followers, but you know, I follow people that are not too negative, like in other words, because that
Yeah.
just it just doesn't ruin my day. But if I don't do a whole lot of social media, so when I'm on there, the last thing I want to see is some negative stuff. I really want to see something
Yeah.
semi uplifting. You know what I mean? It
Well,
doesn't
that's
have to
kind
be
of like,
completely uplifting, but even
that's like
something
me.
funny, some
Yeah, that's like me. I don't get on there very often, but when I do, I want to see positive stuff. I'm so tired of the negative and ugly. And like, I'm not talking about people being ugly. I'm
hmm
talking like about their words just being so ugly towards each other. And
no.
I mean, I had friends that I have
hmm
had years and years and years. And I mean, clear back to high school. And when this election was going on, friends that were best of friends for over 30 years, they separated and they parted ways because they didn't believe the same political views. And I'm
Oh yeah.
like, you took a 30-year friendship and you broke it. You lost it just because you don't agree. I'm like, sometimes you just have to agree to disagree with people. I mean, I don't see eye
Yeah.
to eye on everything that I do. I know even with you
hmm
and Lee, we don't always see eye to eye on things. We all have our own opinions, but we don't break the friendship or we don't hate each other just because we don't agree.
hmm No, that's right. We
No.
don't let that change how we feel about each other. We may have different opinions on stuff, but that doesn't mean that we don't love each other and don't care about each other. It's not all of a sudden like, oh, I don't love you anymore. I don't care about you because of this or whatever, because you believe this or I believe that.
Well,
This is
I
the
know.
world we're living in. It's like
Yeah.
it's like dividing, right?
Yeah.
hmm
I know Lee and I have very different political views.
Everybody's
And
divided.
and like she was like saying something one way and I'm saying, a totally different thing. And she's like, well, I don't care. I believe what I believe. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, but I believe what I believe. And I'm like, listen, we have been friends way too long to let politics come between us. Let's just, you believe what you believe, I'll believe what I believe, and we'll meet right in the middle.
Yeah,
We don't talk about politics whatsoever at
that's
all because
that's right.
it's best if we want our friendship. And like I said, I've been friends with Lee for over 20 years. So if I want to keep that friendship,
hmm
it's like, let's just talk about something else. There's so much more
Yeah,
to talk about and that we can be doing rather than arguing over politics. Because I'm not arguing.
yeah.
I
That's
told her, I
right.
said,
That's right.
none
It
of them are
shouldn't
perfect. I
shouldn't
said, I
come to
don't,
that. It's like sometimes you just have to say, well,
well, I even told her, I'm like,
no, none of them are
no
perfect, and
candidate,
none of
I
them
hate
are
to
going to
tell you.
get to 100%.
Yeah. I said to her, I said, no candidate's perfect. No political party's perfect. They all are faulted. They have great things about each one of them, but then they're faulted on other
Mhm.
things. And I'm like, I couldn't just say that, yes, this person's 100% correct
Yeah,
because I would be lying to you. And I said to her, I'm like, I'm not
no.
arguing with you. And she's like, well, I'm voting this way because, and I'm like,
hmm
well, and I'm voting this way because I can't live in that world. So, you know, I'm like, so you have to vote for what's best for you personally, but don't let it come between a friendship. Don't let it come between a relationship we've had over 20 years because, you know, you see things one way and I see them another way.
No, that's it. hmm
It's
Well,
it's
that's
not
that's exactly that's what's happening. I mean, people are just they're completely they're going so extreme to one side or the other that they're
mhm.
just cutting everybody off that doesn't agree with that. And it's like, oh, I can't be your friend anymore because you believe this, and off they go to that side. And that's I mean that's pretty serious when you see a country doing that, like
Mhm.
or any country doing that. It doesn't matter which country. It's just unnecessary. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? We need to be able to agree to disagree, and yeah, we're not going to all agree on everything all the time. That's just you. That's we're all different. We all think differently. We all have different needs, and um, we all want different things. Even
Yeah.
just wanting and desiring different things. So it's like none of us are going to agree 100% of the time.
No.
So it's kind of
As
like
many
the whole world
similarities
needs to agree to disagree.
Yeah, as many similarities as you and I have,
Uh,
we still have differences, you know. Because I always laugh because there's
oh
a lot
yeah,
of things that
and
you
that's
and I both
normal.
both like we're spot on agreeing. And then there's other things it's like you feel one way and I feel another way, but I'm not like, well, you're wrong, Lo, because it's this and you're not wrong, like we agree to disagree and that's what I respect about our
Yeah.
friendship.
That's right. That's the best way to be. Hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
Because um, that's the thing. That should, like, politics and all of that stuff shouldn't come between people. It's kind of like, okay, you know, you feel this way or whatever, or you feel that way. I mean, you know, it just, we shouldn't be allowing that to tear apart our friendships and stuff.
Uh,
no,
hey
I
guys,
Hi,
wouldn't
I'm
want
Zaid.
back.
that.
Can y'all see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay.
Hello.
I
Yeah,
think I
we can
seen your
see you.
beautiful mom too.
Yeah. Que te ven a ti también.
Yeah.
She's shy. She said, "Oh,
Oh, she doesn't have to be shy. She's a
nah."
beautiful lady.
Hi, Mrs. Garcia.
She, no, she's Mrs. Carrillo actually. No, no, her last name is Carrillo.
Oh, Carrillo?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We were
Carrillo.
saying it
Oh,
wrong
okay. Hola. Hola, señora Carrillo.
though.
Yeah, she seems so nice.
She
Hmm.
does.
Yeah.
Is there any other things you want to tell us about yourself?
Oh, let's see. I also in the Times. I also like to write audio stories, um, which are like movies,
Yeah.
but like voice acting.
Oh,
And
cool.
I've been doing this since
Yeah.
2020.
Those are cool.
I've been doing
Oh,
this since
I didn't see them.
2020, and
That's awesome. My mom's like,
yeah,
That is awesome. No, I didn't see that when I was looking at the
they
different
are
link.
cool. Yeah, they have them in the. My mom used to like those. They're like dramas, but they're audio drama, and they got
Okay,
characters and um,
that's pretty cool.
yeah, it's very cool.
yeah. So I
Hmm.
do that with my friends, and that's what actually that's what Jamailene does. We do, yeah, we sing and everything, but we also try to do voice acting, no, audio stories once in a while.
That's nice.
And
Like I
right
said,
now,
Yeah,
sorry,
that's cool. I think that's really cool.
that is cool.
Yeah.
and right now, we're working on a series that hopefully people like it. It's about I'm not gonna say too much, but it's about this so I don't know if you guys learn about this or not, but I don't know how wild your imagination can get, but it's about parallel universe.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, so we're trying to say
Yeah,
that
that's cool.
what if in this reality
Neat.
this happens?
That is neat. Well, you're gonna have to
Hmm.
let us know when your series is
That's
ready, and
cool.
then you can come
Yeah,
back
you
on
guys
and
are
talk with
really.
us. You can share with us.
Yeah. Well, no, like we upload it to YouTube.
Yeah. Well, that's what we were. That's what Zaid. Yeah. Yeah, but then maybe Zaid, if you and if we could get some of your friends there on Hamaline, could come and do a show with us on here. Like sometime in the future, and because we can have up to like 10 people on here. Yeah,
Yeah,
so that would be really cool.
Oh yeah.
that would
Hmm.
be cool.
Well, you could see if they'd want to do that. They might not want to do that.
One of them said one of them said that if it was Saturday she could.
We can do it any night. We're
Okay,
very
yeah, because she
Yeah.
flexible.
said,
Oh well,
because
we
she
could
said,
change the day. Oh yeah.
well, no, no, like, yeah, yeah, but she said like Saturday it'll be good for her because she can too, like she can join in. So yeah, I'll let her know. I mean, if
Okay.
you guys want to
Right.
do it, in the future,
Cool.
Yeah. No, we're very flexible. Lori
Oh,
and I
for sure.
often keep
Yeah.
different shows, and then we just
Oh, yeah.
like put them on reserve.
Yeah, and it doesn't, and if sometimes we have to change the day, and that's fine. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
We just were doing this on Wednesday nights just for whenever we were like, oh,
Yeah.
Wednesday sounds good, but we can always change the day. Oh yeah, hmm,
Yeah,
that's
no,
cool.
we're willing to work with you. That's
Yeah,
fine.
Okay.
that's neat. I just yeah, I think that's very cool. It's fun to
That is
share, and
cool.
it's fun to meet and talk to people and find out about their lives and what they like, and what
Hmm.
what find out more about them. It's a lot of fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
That is a lot of fun.
I do
it
the
is.
editing for the audio stories though.
What's that?
I said I do the editing for the audio stories.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Do you like
Oh,
to
do
edit?
you?
No. But
That's
I
neat.
had to.
Editing's not my thing. I'm not good at it.
A lot of work,
No, but I no seriously though. I do enjoy it though.
but
Yeah.
That's
that's
nice.
cool. Yeah,
I know how
very
much I
cool.
love publishing.
Yeah, I'll
Like,
have
if
to
I
be
could
sure
do
and get
anything,
those.
I would publish all the time. So,
Yeah.
and I have a friend that she edits. So I know what you mean about you like to edit.
Yeah, I like to edit because it gives me like what sound effects do I use for this scene, or like what will be good, or like does this person sounds too loud,
Hmm.
and you know um we made a series. Well, it's not out yet, but because
Yeah.
I'm working on three of them actually, but one of them is it's actually the,
Oh, cool.
it actually goes back to the 50s, or near the 50s and 60s, you know, and it's
Oh,
about America
yeah.
when
Oh, wow.
this when discrimination was a problem,
Hmm.
some people say that it still is, but
Hmm.
back then,
Hmm.
it was more,
Yeah.
so it goes
Oh,
back.
yeah.
and
Definitely. Yeah.
and this it's about this guy named Samuel, and he's a Hispanic, and he's trying to unite all races. Like he wants to be friends with everybody
Hmm.
because all his life,
Yeah.
he's been told like, nah, you need to hang out with your own race. You cannot hang out with us. Because we're white, or you cannot hang out with us because we're Asians.
Right.
Um, and so
Yeah.
our point was to like see how hard that those days were, and so Samuel um, decides
Hmm.
that he is going to unite everybody in his school. Like he's going to hang out with white people, you know, all races, and
Hmm.
he's
Yeah.
gonna make
Yeah.
them to, maybe not to date each other, but at least like to learn things from each other.
Hmm. Hmm. I
And
think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's tricky though
It is
because
cool. I love it.
it's tricky though because in the story um he had to fight he had to get into fights in order to make him understand, because they were attacking him, mm, you know not fights like
Hmm.
fight like like huh, no, like he had to be strong, if that makes sense.
Hmm. It makes perfect
Um,
sense. Yes.
so um
Yeah.
one day he goes to his school
That's cool.
and he says like he sits with people from Asia, and the people from Asia said, no, you cannot hang out with us, and but he managed to succeed actually.
I think it's going to be
Yeah.
an
Oh,
incredible
cool.
story.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but
It is. That
here's
is
where the
so cool.
problem starts. The problem is that he gets cancer, and then everything. Um,
Oh.
yeah, he gets cancer, and so like um he kind of loses his hope, or his faith, and
Hmm.
and this girl named
That's tough.
Julia tries to help him, um, but it's like, mm, he doesn't know what to live for until, um, because he loses
Hmm.
his girlfriend, he loses, like, he feels like life has not been fair towards him.
Oh.
And so that's the
Hmm.
problem. Like, the problem is, will Samuel understand that he can be, like, he can be strong no matter if, if, even if he has that.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
It sounds
That's
like
going
an
to be
incredible
so good.
story.
Yeah.
It is. First it was a movie, but then
That's
I'm like,
really, really cool.
first it was an audio
You
movie, but
know,
then I say, you know what? I'm going to turn it into a series because it sounds more interesting that way.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would make a really good series.
yeah,
That is
that's
cool.
cool. That's really cool. See, you're talented. You're just you're just multi-talented. That's so cool. You
That
know?
is.
That's going to be a great story, a great series. Like, oh
And
yeah.
I wrote this
I'm looking
I
forward to
wrote
that.
this story because I was thinking about myself. Like, so Samuel is a character I created, but actually, I mean, I'm not like Samuel. I mean, you will not see me going to people and be like, hey, we should all be together, not like that, not like how Samuel did it. But but
Yeah.
I would say this, like, I would like to have the courage that Samuel has. So, like, back then I was like, I want to be like Samuel. Like, I want to
Yes.
have
Yeah.
this courage that he has, like, because even when things were hard, nothing stopped him.
Well, I think you're very
Uh-huh. Yeah.
courageous because nothing's stopping
That's
you.
awesome.
You're
That's all I can
you're
say.
multi-talented.
I guess you
Yeah.
can say that Samuel
That's
is
right.
more like a reflection of me, I guess. Not reflection exactly, but you know what I mean. Like,
Hmm. Hmm.
what's the word for it?
Hmm.
Uh,
It's
what's
kind of there is a word for that. Yeah, and I'm trying to think of what it is.
I was
Not a
just thinking
reflection, but
reflection.
sort of
hmm
sort of a likeness, kind of like a likeness of you, like
Mhm.
yeah. I guess based on me, but not exactly.
Like a semi
right, right.
autobiography.
Just similar. Yeah,
Yeah.
similar.
Yeah, but not exactly
Right.
because I was not born in the 50s,
That's
you know?
cool. Right. That's right.
Well,
You're not that old.
you're
You're
very
not like us
knowledgeable
old
about
timers over
the
here.
time.
Yeah, no, but like, I had to. The thing is, I had to
Yeah.
go back. Like, when I was looking at the story, because at first the story was going to be about a player. But I was like, nah, like, yeah, like, that sounds good, but like, I feel like I need to add more to it. And so
Hmm.
I decided, what if we combine, um, I don't know, go back in time and then, like, make it see, like, he, like, besides a player, let's add a character who likes to be equal with people. And then I thought about the 50s, and I was like, you know what? I think this fits. And so you're going to see, because
So cool.
It is
because because Samuel goes to the Vietnam War too, in the book, in the story. So
Oh
you
yeah.
you're
Okay.
gonna see how he changed afterwards too.
I can't wait to
Right.
hear it.
Wow. That's an incredible story. Yeah, no kidding. That's going to be really good. Yeah. Now I'm all excited.
Me too.
I'm not going to be able to wait till it comes out.
Do you have an idea
We'll
when your
have to
series
wait, Donna.
will
We'll
start?
have to wait.
No, no, actually, the first episode should come. If not tomorrow, which I think it'll come tomorrow, but if not tomorrow, it'll come uh, Friday because, or it could come to tonight too because it's ready.
Oh,
Like
cool.
the
Oh, cool.
episodes are ready. I just need to like upload them.
Will you send us the links when you're ready?
Yeah, for
Hmm.
Cool.
sure.
Thank you.
That's awesome. That's so cool. That is
Yeah,
so
we'll be
cool. Yeah,
sharing
you know
everywhere.
that's just it. Like, I mean, yes, definitely. This will
Yeah.
be like we'll share it everywhere, and this is so cool that you're doing this because yeah, it's not exactly like you're not exactly a representation of your life, but it's a lot of the same characteristics of just having to be strong and just saying what I just want to be a part of this with everybody, and you know changing the way people feel and changing the way people see people. This is really great. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I think people will love that. Yeah. Yep.
I'll tell you. I don't want to spoil it, but I'll
Yeah,
tell you
you're
some
really really
characters to
talented.
know to expect. Just some characters.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, as much as you want to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I will not share the whole thing, because then it'll be a
That's
spoiling. But
awesome.
just like the characters, so you
No,
can know.
that's right.
So Samuel, right? That's the main
Cool.
character. And then there's this girl named Julia who comes afterwards. Um, and then there's this girl named
Yeah.
Janaya, I think, and another girl named April, and a boy named Steven, and a boy named um, Henry, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And
Oh, that's
Henry,
cool.
April, Julia, Steven, they're they're Asian Americans. And Janaya,
Okay.
and she's African American, and who else? Let's see. And
Oh,
Sa-
cool.
Samuel. Um, let's see. Wait, hold on. Let me think of the other one. Um, oh yeah, Samuel, Santiago, and another girl. I don't remember her name in this story. I should, but I don't remember her name. Anyway, but they're the Hispanic Americans. Like the Mexican Americans,
That's
Hmm.
and
cool.
and
Yeah. That is really cool.
It is. I think it's going to be incredible. Like I
yeah,
said,
and then
please send us the
and then I'm
link.
missing two people, and then there's the girls that are Carly. Carly is the bad girl in the story.
I
Yeah.
know a Carly.
Uh-oh.
The bad girl.
No, and there's a girl named
It's
Sweetly.
not me. It's
I
not
know.
me. It's everybody
No, no, I know. And there's a girl named Sweetly, um and yeah. So those are the characters.
That's really cool. I'm excited. I can't wait to find the first
cool.
episode.
That's gonna be so good. Hmm.
I can't wait
That's
to
gonna
check it
be
out.
awesome. Hmm.
Well, before this day,
Yeah, that's really really great.
before the how you say life ends, I really do want to share my story. So I'll share
Okay,
with you real quick. Because
please.
I can tell. I mean, some of
Oh
us are
sure.
getting tired.
Sorry.
No, no, it's okay. And I don't want
Oh,
like
I'm just old.
no, like I don't want to forget about it.
No, no, I want to hear about your story. I was very
That's cool.
excited to do this with you tonight. Lori had actually told me about you a few months ago, and when she said about you would possibly be a guest, I was really excited because I was really interested in meeting you and you know looking forward to having a conversation with you.
Mhm.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah,
So I'll tell you real quick.
yeah.
And you see, and here, I feel free to share because I haven't told people like there's some mysteries in this story about my life, and you understand what I mean. I mean, if you
Hmm.
believe in spirituals and stuff like that, you understand what I mean, and
Hmm.
you know, and you will you know what I mean, like um, you see that there's things that they're unsolved, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
So everything
Hmm.
starts with my my grandfather on my father's side. Um, he actually hated my mother, which is kind of strange, I think,
Sorry.
because my mother did not chose to be with that family. Like my father, like he actually um kidnapped her because like he wanted, I don't know, maybe because he was like he wanted to like revenge, on somebody. I'm not sure. It's a family thing that
Hmm.
I don't understand.
Hmm.
Anyway, so my grandfather at that time he was learning how to be um witchcraft, whatever, wizard or however you want to call it.
Oh.
Um yeah, and
Hmm.
in order the thing is in that belief, in order to be powerful, you have to offer a sacrifice, to the enemy, let's just say it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So um
Yeah.
he said, well, no, sorry, he wanted to hit my mother where it hurts. And so since I was the one who my mom cared for. I mean, she cared about her other children, of course, but I mean, I was a baby.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
he offered me to a dark ritual, and it is believed that that's why my accident happened. So when I when I was two
Hmm.
and a half years old, I was I'm not, sorry. My mom says that she got back from work, and she this happened in Mexico, by the way. She got back from work,
Hmm.
and she you know like showered, and then something something funny about me is that I could tell her when I was hungry. Like, she I was nourished, you know, from like from her. So I would tell my mom
Right.
like,
Hmm.
hey mom, no, not like that, but like she says that I used to be a child who like would get a chair, and then like I will tap the chair for her to sit down like this, and then she would, and then
Oh.
like I'll start nourishing from her. So um
Yeah.
a-
Yeah.
anyway, she
That's
says
cool. So
that,
you could tell her that you're hungry. Yeah.
yeah, which I think
That's
is kind of
cool.
cool.
It is. Yeah.
Anyway, she nourished me, and then she showered me, And then my grandmother, uh, when I'm talking about my grandmother, I mean her mother.
Hmm.
She said, "Hey, do you want to drink
Okay.
coffee?" And my mom said, "Sure." So she said, "Let me just put Saeed to sleep, and I'll come back to have coffee with you." My grandmother said, "Okay, cool." It wasn't like that, but you get the idea, right?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Like it wasn't exact the same words I'm using, but you can get the idea.
Right. That's right. Hmm.
So um, so then she took me to the house because we used to live on a house up the hill. Now, I don't know if you know Mexico, but in some areas, um, like your house can be on top of a hill. Like not like a mountain, but like you know what I mean. Like
Hmm.
you go up, right?
Yep.
So we used to live
Hmm.
up the hill,
Yep.
and so my mom told my brothers, "Hey, who at that time they were in school and they were doing their homework." She told them, "Hey, your brother is going to sleep. Take care of him." And they're like, "Okay." So then she left, and my brothers finished doing their homework, and they went out to play. They cracked the door. They did not leave it open or closed. They just cracked it. Um, and my mom says
Hmm.
that she had not finished sitting down. In fact, she did not drink her coffee, she says, because she heard screaming like,
Hmm.
Mrs. Carrillo, your house is burning. And then, she and my grandmother dropped everything. Not drop, but you know what I
Oh.
mean? Like just leave everything on the table. So she they both
Hmm.
ran. They both ran, and she says that she felt like there's this legend in Mexico called La Llorona that screams for her children. I don't know
Yeah.
if
La
you.
Llorona. Hmm.
Yeah. So my mom says that she
Yeah.
felt like that. She
I
felt
know
like
about
La
that.
Llorona.
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember the last time she saw me and my
Wow.
brothers were at the house. So she thought that we were all burning. And she says, "My
Hmm.
children,"
Hmm.
she shouted, and so
Wow.
um she ran up the hill, and so a lot of people went to get buckets of water and whatever to stop the fire. uh,
Hmm.
the door though was locked, and this is what the mystery gets, because
Oh, that's what I thought.
yeah,
Yeah.
the door was locked, and I asked my brothers. One of my brother, the older one, I asked my older brother, "Hey, what do you remember?" And he's like, "Well, I remember we cracked the door. That's it. But then when we came, like when they tried to get you out, though,
Hmm.
it was locked." He said, "But it was fun. But it was strange, though." Said He said, because everything got
Oh,
burned
wow.
fast. Like everything was burning fast. Like like how fire burns slowly, right? No, this happened like really fast. And so
Hmm.
and so my mom says that she saw my brothers. Well, no, she didn't saw my brothers, but she found out that my brothers were okay, and that I was the only one inside. And so she said,
Hmm.
like, she got scared. My cousin, who at this time he was
Oh,
sleeping,
yeah.
he was asleep, and so the screams woke him up, and so he went and he said, "What happened?" And my mom, no, sorry, people, I'm sure people told him, like, Saeed is inside, this, like, the house is burning, and he said, like, "Don't worry, like, we'll get him out, dead or alive, but we'll get him out." So they had to knock the wall down
So
in
scary.
order to get to me, and so
Wow.
and so
Yeah.
we and so my cousin, after he knocked, sorry, after they knocked the walls down, my cousin put a blanket, a wet blanket, and went towards the fire, and he got me out. He got burned, but he didn't got burned too much, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, that's good.
my mom says
Wow.
that
Oh, so scary.
the reason she thinks I survived is because um I was lay in a position like on my stomach, you know. So like
Mm-hmm.
so like when I was sleeping, I was like laying in my stomach. So that's why my private areas did not got burned. But she says that if those areas would have gone burned, I would have suffered much damage. You know, probably I'll not be alive. Actually, she says. So she says
Yeah.
that that
Yeah. I
that
can imagine.
that
Oh,
position
man.
that yeah, she says that position I was in that probably saved me from So anyway,
Mm-hmm.
in Mexico,
Yeah.
they did not know what to do. They just like showered me, not shower me, but like put water to heal the burns, and
Mm-hmm.
that's all they did pretty
Yeah.
much. They could they couldn't excuse me they couldn't do anything. Um, you know they had never seen something like that, and I don't think at that time the medicine in Mexico was not like
Right.
like like it was in the USA, so they couldn't do anything much. Um,
Yeah.
so
They didn't know. Yeah.
anyway, they make a call to this foundation called Michi Mao, which Michi Mao is a foundation that goes and brings burn survivors to America and like um so they can be like healed, kind of like St. Jude, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
anyway, they called Michimao and Michimao went there, and my mom says that while we were flying to the USA, they had to stop because I was dying. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
like the machine went dee 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 dee, like you know what I mean, like about to like
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
um. And actually, she remembered that she did like
Like
a
a flat line.
yeah. She says that there's a sound the sound they made it scared her too because it was like beep, and then she was like, you know, she
Yeah.
thought that she was losing me at that moment.
Scary.
Um, excuse me.
So
Also,
scary.
um, but anyway, but they managed to establish me, and I came to this Shriners in Galveston. Um, and here
Oh yeah.
uh
Mm-hmm.
they healed me. Well, they did surgery, but they did tell my mom that like the doctors did say like, hey, your son is not gonna be able to walk or eat or talk or um that's what they said in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
But here in
Yeah.
America,
Yeah.
there was this doctor from China, you know, and his name was Wong. So it was Dr. Wong.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Wong, I had to talk about him for a while because to us, burn survivors, at least at that time, he was like a father to us because he loved us. Like
Mm-hmm.
whenever we woke up from surgery, he wanted to see us, how we were doing, if we needed juice, if we
Mm-hmm.
needed anything, he would come and say, hey,
Yeah.
hello, do you need something? What do you want? And whatever we wanted, he would tell the nurses, go get it. Like, for example, we will say like we want like I want juice, and he'll be like, go get juice for him, please, to the nurses. And he loved us like
Mm-hmm.
his children. And we woke up from
It's
surgery, and
awesome.
I know
Is
I know usually doctors make a report, like um hey, like your patient has woken up. What do I do now? The Dr. Wando will be like, don't give me a report. I'll go see it when I finish doing the surgery, or when I'm finished, like
Mm-hmm.
I want to see my own patients, and he did, and in fact,
Right.
remember his voice makes me kind of be sad because he died in 2000
Mm-hmm.
he died in 2000 I think
Oh.
I'm sorry.
2014 or 2015, no, 2016 or somewhere near that. And when he died, I lost all my hopes, because
Yeah.
he
Wow.
he was a nice doctor. We all loved him. But anyway, back to my story. I mean, Dr. One is part of my
Oh,
story, so
that's
that's why I
awesome.
share. That's why I share a little bit about him. But anyway, back to my story. He told my mom
Yeah.
that he would do everything he could, but he said, like, he didn't. That's the thing about Dr. Wando. Um, he didn't tell her, "Oh, that's it. Like your hopes." He said, "We'll do whatever is possible," and they did. I was for coma in coma for, I guess, um I don't know how many years, but I think it was a lot of years. When I woke up, I had a trachea, or windpipe, whatever
Wow.
I think that's how you say it. And I used to eat through an IV,
Mm-hmm.
or through a syringe.
Yeah, through the tube. Yeah, like an
Yeah.
IV.
Mm, So I I
Wow.
that's how I used to go to the bathroom too and everything. But then this is when miracles happen. I mean, the miracle already happened. That I was alive. But another miracle happened is I started to react. My body
Mm-hmm.
started to react without the windpipe, so they removed it. And then
That's awesome.
yeah, they removed it. So then I did not know, like, I don't remember much, but my mom says that she I'm sure she couldn't believe it, but yeah. Then we used to go back to Mexico
Yeah.
and then come back here to the USA. But one day the
Mm-hmm.
doctor told her, "Hey, your son needs to be independent because you're not gonna be always with him. You need to, like, uh
Mm-hmm.
make sure that he has a life too, like, not fully dependent on you." And my mom and they told her about this blind
Mm-hmm.
school in Texas, um, in the capital of Texas. And so they say, "We'll fill the application. He may qualify, he may not, but you know, like, talk about it, or like think about it." My mom said that
Mm-hmm.
she told me about it, but I did not want to do it at first. But then, you know, when I got used to it though, when I was the first time I went to the blind school, it was when I was 9 years old. Then there I went for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
There I learned how to feed myself, um, how to change myself, how to shower and everything. Um, I even learned how to
Mm-hmm.
clean
Mm-hmm.
myself after I went to the bathroom. I learned so many good things there.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Uh, and there, um, I also will say that there, I also besides the accent though, there are some things like I will not say in every interview, but here I feel comfortable enough to say it that because of the accident, I had to mature fast, and so I did not have a
Yeah. Yeah.
great childhood. I mean, most of the time I was in the hospital, and sometimes there are some good memories I have with my cousins though, and with other friends, and the who was with me in the burn
Yeah. That's
in the
awesome.
burn how you say
Mm-hmm.
in the burn surviving kind of zone um
Yeah.
and so we hung
Yeah.
out and everything, but despite with that though, there were some traumas that happened too. So then I had to not only deal with that, but I also had to deal with traumas. Like for example, one of those
Mm-hmm.
traumas is that um, that the pain that I felt from surgeries. People. This is what I don't like about people, and I'm sorry, people like some people, but this is not towards you guys, but some people say like, "Oh, I know surgery can be painful, but you can do surgery to fix your face and fix everything." And like, first of all, you don't know what you're talking about, Second of all, I don't think you have felt pain like I felt,
No,
and you probably will never feel it actually.
no,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe,
That's right.
maybe perhaps you feel
No.
pain if you crash or everything, but you will never feel the pain I feel because
no,
I went through so many things. I said, not. I'm not saying that I'm the worst case. No, no,
No.
no. But it's just uh, kind of how people say things without thinking. Like a lot of people tell me, why don't you get eye
No.
surgery? Why don't you get this? And I told them because first of all, I'm happy the way I am right now. Like
Mm-hmm.
I may be blind, and everything, but I'm not fully blind. Like I have a little vision. I can see people, moving. Like I can see, like um, I can see. Let's see, like I can see also like
Like
when
shadows
some
and stuff.
yeah, light perception, and I can see how people look. Like
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Cool.
like for example, like I will not be able to tell like what color shirt or what color pants those people are wearing, but I know how
Yeah.
I know like how they look, or something like that, And another thing I would say though,
Yeah. That's cool.
I think it's easy for me to write poems because I don't look at how somebody looks in outside. I look like their behavior,
hmm
In fact,
That's right. Mm-hmm.
um the poem that I wrote in high school was based on a girl because I saw this girl, but I did not like went after her or chasing after her or nothing like that. But I I saw her beauty. Um, People may think it's weird, but you know what I mean, like how she was, and how it felt talking to a friend like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, let me
Yeah.
write this poem, and that's how it became a poem. Then it became a song, and I think you guys can hear it later. It's called "Invisible Feelings," and anyway, so
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
yeah,
I haven't
and
seen that one.
anyway, so
That's awesome.
going back to the story, so that was one of the things that I had to deal with, um, in the throughout my childhood. Another thing I had to deal with traumas like, mm, I had this babysitter that she was a nice girl, a nice woman, but sometimes she wasn't nice. it was kind of like a interesting person. And this person, let's just say, she used to not be. Her behavior was a little weird. I'm not gonna share too much about
Yeah.
her because I don't want to tell everybody like what happened to me like around that, and I'm trying to like
Yeah.
overcome it. But I mean, I do
That's
tell
so. Yeah. You
close
only share what
friends.
you're comfortable sharing.
Yep. Share what you're comfortable with.
Yeah, and so with what happened with that babysitter, I also had to like go through that, and I thought and when I was 13, I thought I had forgotten about that, but then when I was 13, it made me get addicted to not drugs, but like it made me get addicted to like what's a nice way to say it? Well, there is no nice way. Um, mm, to pornography stuff, and that
Oh yeah. Yeah.
trust me, some people may think like, haha, like what's so addictive about it? You know it because mm, when you get addicted to it, it's like you cannot get out of it easily. And some people may think it's funny, because like,
Right.
but it's actually not because mm, even to this day, I'm still trying to fight, um, you know, uh, against that. But um, I would say though, I have defeated so
Mm-hmm.
many things, so I think I'll defeat that,
Yeah.
too.
That's awesome.
And yeah,
Yeah.
and so
You will. You absolutely will. We all have our addictions. We all have our addictions. Yeah.
exactly. And so anyway, so when I was 13, I started to be with how you say rebellion, like I used to not care.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, there was a time when I hang out with friends who were who they said they were in a gang. I don't know if that's true. Perhaps it could have been
Oh yeah.
because they were bad influencing me. So you know
Yeah.
I was hanging out with them, and I thought they like that was cool. In fact, when I was at the Lions Club, I remember like I used to be like their leader, kind of, because they'll be like, we would be like we're together and all this, but um, we didn't do nothing
Mm-hmm.
too wild though, It wasn't like where people go and sell drugs and
That's
all this.
good to
No,
hear.
no, no, no. But we used to be
Nothing too bad.
troublemakers.
Okay.
No, no, like we used to be
That's
troublemakers.
good.
We used to
I was a troublemaker,
yeah.
so I know. I know.
Which, by the way, if some people are watching
But
this,
I didn't do anything too bad either.
no, no, me neither. But well, I don't know. Some people be like, yeah, you too bad, but who knows? You know what I mean? Like, anyway. But the point is, um, I felt good with them, but then I started to distance myself from them because when I was 16, I realized, this is not the life I want, and I started to
Smart.
distance myself from them, and sometimes um, God puts um, God puts people in your life to change you, and God put a girl named Julia when I was around 16,
Hmm.
um, and she was a good girl. Actually, she was pretty. She was like nice, and in fact, I'll say that I learned things from her too. Um, People call her annoying,
Hmm.
but she was actually nice. She didn't bother nobody, and I learned from her. Like,
Oh, yeah.
in fact, I started to.
That's awesome.
I'm not gonna lie. At first, I did not want to talk to her, because I thought, like, you have to understand that my point of view was different back then, But then when I was 16, I started
Yeah.
to like
Yeah.
change a bit. Um, I guess what helped me not go deep into my thoughts, because there was a period of time when I was little, like when I was 6 years old, or no, not six, 8 or 9. I went to go away from this world,
Hmm.
too. And so also that God
Yeah.
also that's another thing I would say that God has helped me to get out of too. When I was like about around 14 or 15,
Yeah.
I also wanted to go away from this world too. So that's another period. And God got me out of it
Yeah.
too.
God's good.
That's hard.
And the thing
Thankfully.
yeah, the thing
Hmm.
is, I I throughout this time, I always think myself, these periods, I call it like Said's civil war, because I was fighting myself.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think
Right.
everyone has that in their lives.
Hmm.
Um,
At some point, yeah. Yeah.
yeah, everyone
I
has
think
this.
so too. Yeah.
Everyone has this periods of time where you like, I want to do something good, but what if I failed? Or maybe I'm just nobody. Maybe I'm just bad. Maybe I'm just, you know, guys know. And so like
Hmm. Hmm.
I just wanted to
Like
like
doubting and yeah.
exactly, and then what hurts more, and I always tell people, don't do this if you really want somebody to change. Don't do this. People used to do this. People used to do this to me a lot all the time. Well,
Hmm.
how you gonna change if what you're doing is no. If, for example, let's say somebody was a drug dealer, right, or something like that, and you're like shouting at them like, "Well, you're drug dealer and everything." Well, that's not gonna make them change.
Mm-mm.
That's just gonna drag them more down. So
That's it. That's
yeah,
not going to
so
help really.
exactly. So I always tell people.
Um,
Make sure you don't do that because like put yourself in their shoes at one point. um Another thing, okay, so throughout this
mhm.
period though,
Yeah.
I would say though, then pandemic came, and this is when the pandemic took my friend, well, Julia, away from me, because she had to go to her home,
Oh yeah.
and we did not saw each other. In fact, we hadn't
Mhm.
talked for a long time. So like, I don't know what happened to her. Um, if I see her again, though, I will.
Oh,
The only thing I'll say to her is that,
that's sad. Hopefully she's all right.
hopefully, I will say though, if I see her one point, I will tell her like, thanks for helping me like get myself together. You know, like, for helping me understand that
That's awesome.
you can live
Mhm.
life differently. I mean, without you knowing. Um, so my
Yeah.
mom and
That's
I,
so
there was
cool.
a time when we were distanced from each other. We used to, um,
Yeah.
it used to be like, okay, I'll give you presents, I'll give you food, and that's it. Like, she thought that that would make me happy. But no, like, I wanted her attention. Like, I wanted to feel a hug from her. In fact, I, I'm not afraid
Mhm.
to admit this. When I was 13, um, I fell in love with this girl who was 19 years older. So you could tell how much attention I was needing,
Oh
because I was going after, like,
yeah.
you
Right.
know, the older. And although, I mean, I did love her,
Almost like a
um,
mother. Yeah, another mother figure. Yeah.
Hmm.
exactly. And it, and I mean, we could have perhaps, but I was looking at it now. She's going to be a country singer and she's going to marry. So I mean, she's married already with somebody from Canada, actually. So hey, things work out for her, you know.
Oh wow. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I think
Oh
back then,
cool.
man, if we had dated when I was 13, maybe right now she would not be achieving her dreams, you know, or me either, you know. I'll have been married young, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's hard to say. That's right.
Oh, who knows?
Yeah.
Some people said perhaps you could have
Yeah.
gone after. But when I was 13, like I said, I did not know myself yet, you know. Anyway, going back. So
Yeah. That's pretty
my mom
young.
and I,
Hmm.
my mom and I have distance from each other at one point, and we talked and everything, but we did not like share feelings to each other. Like, yeah, we did say I love you, but it was almost like I love you if something happened to you,
Hmm.
you know. And
Right.
that's what I want to say also in this message. Like, I also want to say, like, don't wait till the last minute to say to your parents or whoever, to tell them you love them, because there is a
Yeah.
we don't know
That's right.
when the next tomorrow will come. Perhaps it will not come, perhaps it will, but don't wait until to tell your children or your parents, I love you, you know,
That's right.
because
Good point.
because if you
Yeah.
wait
You don't know
to
when the last time. That's right.
yeah, if you wait to the last minute, I mean, yeah, yeah, that person will be no more here, and you feel more bad. So don't wait. Um, so
That's right.
that was the thing about me and my mom. She became alcoholic at one point too because of everything she been through, And I remember I would tell her mom,
Yeah.
don't be like like alcohol is not going to help you. And she'll be like, leave me, Saeed, you don't know what pain I feel. Like, okay, whatever, I said. And I used to care for her so much, but there was a time when I was like, you know what? Like, I don't care about you anymore. If you're gonna don't care what I'm gonna say to you, then I don't care about you. One time, somebody was worried about her
Hmm.
because she was like, Saeed, your mother has not come yet. Like, and we had friends living here with us at one point, and anyway, one of them said, your mom has not come yet. What we gonna do? Blah blah. And I was like, girl, don't worry about her. She's gonna be fine. Like, she's gonna come when she wants to come.
Hmm.
It wasn't until later when we find out um that my mother and my stepfather at that time, um not my previous stepfather, but my stepfather at that time, she would they were in a crash,
Hmm.
you know.
Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't too
Oh,
bad,
that's
but
awful.
but like it
Yeah.
wasn't
But
too bad
still.
to be,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not
What I mean,
good.
like it wasn't too bad like in the hospital or something. But even that
Thank
did not
God.
make me
Hmm.
realize, like, to get close to my mother. Um, mm, in fact, one time also, she did not came for one day, and I thought, okay, maybe she's drinking still, or she stood at a friend's house, for safety reasons. Um, no, it wasn't until later that I
Hmm.
found out that also she and my stepfather were in jail because the police caught them driving drunk.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I was like,
Oh no. Yeah. DUI. Yeah. DWI.
yeah, so, but still,
Oh
that
yeah.
did not make me change my point of view from, I was cold-hearted. And mm, there was a time when I thought, don't take it like it's an offense. But there was a time when I thought, that, like, you know,
Yeah.
women are not like this, you know. Like there was a time where I did not like women. Let's just say that, you know. And I also did not like my gender either. Like it was, I guess
Yeah.
you could say I
And
hated everybody, you know. Mm, I hated my gender
yeah, I
because
can understand that. I really can.
yeah, I hated my gender because I seen domestic violence towards my mother at one point, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
I saw so many things that were cool in life. And so like, you know,
Yeah, that's hard.
yeah, it is. And I also saw like uh like what my mom went through. And so like um you know, my heart changed because I was like, you know what, like, in fact, this is the time where I believed in God, but like I distanced myself. Well, actually no, I doubted God, you know, because I like, wow, like God is letting
Mm-hmm.
happen this to me, you know. And then he let me get burned in the accent and all this stuff and all these things, you know. And so like I was
Mm-hmm.
like, mm, so then why? Like why does like the did I did something to God? Like like does God hate me or things like that, you know? So um I know some
Yeah.
people say,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, but no, 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 I don't think that. But you
Mm-mm.
know, what
No,
changed
definitely
my
not.
point of view was the pandemic.
But I can see how you could feel that way.
Exactly. So the pandemic changed everything for
Mm-hmm.
me and my mom. The pandemic brought us close together, I would say.
Good.
And it brought us
Mm-hmm.
close because
That's good.
something was going to happen in 2021. And uh my grandmother, the same lady that my mom was talking to drink coffee with, and at that time when I was 2.5 years old,
Mm-hmm.
um she went away from this world. And so
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
that was another thing that I felt sad because but I tried to be strong for my mother because my mom was
Yeah,
too
that's hard.
sad. And it wasn't until 2023 that
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh
cried.
yeah.
In 2023, so
Yeah.
one year without
Wow.
crying, I guess that's how much. Actually, no, like I don't know, like 3 years perhaps, without crying, or I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
um so I cried in 2023. I let
Mm-hmm.
I let everything out, and I didn't apologize to my grandmother because my grandmother wanted to see me one last time before she went away, like in Mexico. But I tried to make the promise, and to this day I feel guilty. I mean, it's not my fault, I know, but there's some things that you're gonna feel
Yeah.
guilty no matter what people say to you,
Yeah.
and that was one of my deep guilt
Yeah. That's right.
that I'm working with. I know it wasn't my fault, but you know, I wanted to make her dreams come true, but because of the policy with immigration system, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
another thing I would say though, that brought us together.
Mm-hmm.
We decided to communicate more.
Yeah.
I told my mom,
It's so good.
I remember that I told her, hey, mom, like, I love you and let's go out more, let's spend time together. And she was like, okay, cool. So,
Mm-hmm.
by the way, she converted to Christian before I did. Um, actually, no, no, no.
Oh yeah.
No, no, actually, no, 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 no. I take that back. She came back to Christian before I came back, I guess, because we were already Christian, but then we just, but then because of what I said, Mama used to believe that same thing, that if God exists, why did He let this happen to my child?
Mhm.
So
Right.
she came back to Christian in 2020, uh, 2020, I would say. She started to go to church again,
Hmm.
and
Good.
she started to build a God with Christ. I did not came back into
That's
2022.
awesome.
In 2021, like I said, there was a time when I was a Muslim, um, and
Hmm.
I'll talk about it in another time. But basically, I found
Yeah.
myself like not belonging there. So then
Yeah.
I finally came back
You
to
tried
Christian.
it, but it just didn't.
Yeah, so I came back in 2022, and I did not finally understood like God until 2024, so till last year. Last year, and this is what I
Hmm.
want to close my story with, that um in 2024 I was sitting at a friend's house. Um Everything was quiet. Oh, besides, when my mom became alcoholic, I told God, if you do exist, like prove that you exist by changing my mother, or like give me a sign that you exist, like you say that all this and stuff. Like I challenge
Hmm.
him. Sometimes it's good to challenge God, not all the
Hmm.
time though, you know, not all the time. Like I'm not saying like go
But
there and challenge God.
it's okay to do that.
Yeah.
Mhm. It is.
But I don't want like people misinterpret, like I'm gonna challenge God every day. No. But there is a time, uh yeah, there's a time where you need to challenge God because you're screaming for help.
Hmm.
You like
That's
somebody
right.
like help, and if you real like help me. In fact, I heard many testimonies
That's
when
right.
when they ask God for help, and He answers like later, and they challenge God. They're like, if you exist,
Hmm.
help me. And
That's right.
so anyway, um, so I
Hmm.
used to do this, and then when I in 2023, I told God, God, like I know you real and I know all this, but I want to like hear you. Like I want to hear your voice like Joshua did, like Moses, um,
Yeah.
like um Abraham, like who else?
Hmm.
Mm, Isaac, I think, like all those heard your voice. Like I
Yeah.
want to hear it. And it wasn't until 2024 when
Hmm.
again I was sitting at a friend's house and got I was minding my own business, as they say. And I heard this voice in my head saying, I love you, son. And at first
Oh wow.
I thought that it was my imagination. Cause sometimes you think, oh, it's my imagination. Maybe I'm tired or something. But I heard it 4 times. Now 4 times. Like I
Yeah.
understand if it's one time. I understand if it's
Oh,
one
that's
time.
awesome.
One time I'll be like, okay, it's not a. But 4 times I'll be like, no, this is something like. After I heard it 4 times,
Yeah, definitely.
um,
That is so cool.
af- after I heard it 4 times, my I started to cry, like, but not cry because of sadness. No, I cried because of tears, of joy.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, that's
and
awesome. Praise
and I
God.
told, and I said to God, like, like I love you too, and then um and then
Yeah.
he says he told me that it wasn't him who this who destroyed me or everything, that it was the enemy who put all those obstacles. But people think,
Hmm.
and actually this is true, people mostly think there's God creating these things, but it's actually they forget that there is
Right.
a battle between good
Hmm.
and evil.
Hmm.
So the evil
That's right.
forces are going to do everything
Yeah.
to make you think that it's God doing it and not themselves.
Hmm.
And for many
That's right.
years,
Hmm.
I thought that
Wow,
it
that's
was God
amazing.
that for many years I thought it was God that it was doing this. But then when God told me that, like I heard it from Him, like
Hmm.
I did not heard it from people, like I did not heard it
Yeah.
from a prophet or
Praise
no, no,
God.
like I heard it from God, like people like send this message, like that it's not my fault that that people are blaming me for something I do not do. Uh the
Hmm.
enemy uses uh things to destroy you, people, like to make you think it's me. But think about it, what would I do something bad
Yeah.
to you,
Hmm.
if I love you so much, what would I do bad things to you?
Yeah, that's right.
And that's the thing we people don't get, I feel like. And I think this happens not
Yeah.
just with people outside Christian, no, it happens with Christians too.
Yeah.
A lot of times, a lot of times we think that it's God doing this, um, but when it's actually not true, it could be
Yeah.
um, the enemy attacking you. But yet you're saying that,
Yeah.
oh,
That's right.
God is you took it away from me. And I would say I'm not saying that sometimes God will not
Hmm.
take things from you. I
Yeah.
mean,
Blaming God
yeah,
and,
sometimes
when
sometimes
it's not Him at all.
yeah, sometimes he does. Uh, but a lot of times also it's because people don't know how to um keep it, if that makes sense. Mm, like it's like when you have a plant. You have a plant, but if you don't know how to take care of a plant, that seed is not gonna go nowhere. And who knows,
Yeah,
the
that's right.
the wind,
It's probably going to die.
yeah, no, no, like the wind just gonna take it somewhere else.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
feel that's the same way with couples or like friendship or like a lot of times we do not know how to keep relationships. I personally think, and this is my point
Hmm.
of view, that we are now in a generation where the first thing you do to me, I hate you. The first thing you do to me, I want you out of my life. The
Hmm.
first thing you do to
Yeah.
me, I'm gonna block you.
Hmm.
And Christians do that too. I'm not talking just about ordinary people. I'm talking
That's
like
it.
we Christians do it too.
Oh no.
Mm. Um,
I'm famous for that. Yeah. I'm
yeah,
famous for blocking people,
we
and
Christians
then
do it.
I have to go unblock them, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I blocked you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and see,
Yeah.
that's the thing with,
It's terrible.
yeah, that's the thing with us too. Like we Christians do it too. Like we block people that like the first thing they say to us, like um, we hear it and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna block you. Bye.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Good
lie.
deal.
I will give
Yeah,
this. I will say this though. sometimes it is
It's
good to
sad, really.
distance yourself from people because you know um well sometimes they may don't see the way you see point of views,
Mm-hmm.
um there is a time when you do have to
Yeah,
distance yourself, and God will help you, but
yeah,
it's not fair to
yeah.
say that
That's
it's
right.
God's fault. Mm, it's not
Mm-hmm.
fair to say that
That's right.
um well, you did this to me, and I'm gonna do it back to you. And trust me, I had those experiences myself
Yeah.
because my grandfather on my father's side,
Oh, I think we're frozen.
I was going to say, I think he froze.
Yeah.
He has an incredible story,
Connection.
Lori.
Oh, absolutely. Like,
He does. And he's an inspiration to
absolutely.
so many.
And um, when I, oh, totally. Like, I mean, when I first saw his stuff, I was like, wow. I mean, talk about wisdom
Yeah.
and really uh, coming out of the fire, really, literally the fire, and coming out with love instead of hatred,
Yeah.
right? He's only 21. And I mean, we all have our struggles, we all have our trials.
Mm-hmm.
But for him to be able to so quickly move from a position of, you know, wanting to not be in this world, like he said,
Mm-hmm.
um, to saying, no, you know what? No, no, that's not it. I want to live and experience and do and be accepted just like everybody else. He's only 21. That's the mind blowing situation here. Like, it
Yeah.
took me years to get where I'm at today. It took me many years. I don't even really think I was feeling sorry for myself. I was just not able to change my heart. I wasn't able to change the way I felt about things. And look how quickly he just turned it around. And all of a sudden it's like, no, I want to experience life, and I want to do, I want to, I want to live, right? That's
Yeah. He's just
amazing.
so
It really is.
incredible.
I do believe God has touched him.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I do. I think God has touched his heart, touched his life. He's because yeah, I do believe in miracles. I really do. And like he said, like he's got Zaid's got his channel titled Zaid the Miracle Child, and he says, I don't know, some people don't believe in miracles, but I do because I'm a walking
I do.
miracle. And I'm like,
I
you
do.
absolutely are, but yeah, you really are.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, if obviously God had work for you to do. He wanted you here. He saved
Mm-hmm.
you for a purpose, right? So and he's only 21. I mean, he's got his whole life ahead of him.
Yeah.
And um, he encourages me, really. I mean, totally. It just
He encourages you
encourages
to be
me
a
because
better
I'm like,
person.
oh, yeah. And it's kind of like,
Yes.
I need to stop doing the self pity party all the time and start counting my blessings a little more
Yes.
often, and
Yes.
being more willing to share instead of hiding away in my little closet. I think, we were talking about that, Zaid, we were talking about that the other day. There's so many people hide themselves away, um, and they miss out on life, and that's a shame. This is a gift. It's a gift. So I love what he's doing, and I just love he's so, like you said, he's got a lot of wisdom, but that's because he really kind of feels like a soldier who just came back from a war. He's been through a lot. He's had time to think about these things, and it's all, so he's very wise, very,
Mhm.
very wise for his age.
Just
Because
such an
I told him
incredible,
the other day, I was like, you're very wise for your age.
yeah, just such an incredible, kind, sweet, loving, caring person. I was really touched by
Mm-hmm.
what he said. I love the bond between him
Yeah.
and his mother. I think that's incredible. I'm very
Mm-hmm.
impressed by
Yeah.
him. I, like, I have no words because he just seems to be such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
I'm glad he sat down with us, and I hope he joins
I
us
know.
again.
And Yeah, that was nice. Like seriously, for him to do that. He said, at some point maybe we could be on his channel. He could do an interview with us on his channel. I was
That
like,
sounds
that'd be
cool.
cool because he's got more followers than we do. So,
We have to
um,
build our channel.
he's awesome, man. Yeah, he's like, well, we could get more views if you're on our channel. He's just funny and he's nice and he's such a polite young man. For a 21-year-old today, he's very polite and he's not all cocky and stuff. He already went through all that, but now he's older, he's more mature, and it's like he's got a heart of gold,
He
and
does. He
I
does.
mean, I could see it. Yeah, yeah, I could see it because I was like, he's opened up his heart to people, and in doing that, you're vulnerable. The minute you open up your heart to people, you're vulnerable. But the thing, he's willing to do it because he's like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm here. I want friends. I can be your friend. You could be my friend. Hey, he's back. Right on.
Awesome. I was wondering if he was going to come back or not.
All right.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi. Sorry.
I'm just trying to get it to come back on here now.
We've all been having problems with Wi-Fi the last couple days.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I think it's whether it's the sun doing crazy things or what. Like I'm trying to add him and now it won't let me. Ah, there. He's trying to come in here.
Yeah, we had internet issues the last couple of days. Well, I'm hoping you come back, Lori. I'm going to give it a minute. I do want to add that he was an incredible guest, and I'm so glad that he joined Lori and and I hope that he joins us again. I want to thank everyone for tuning in with us tonight and just hanging out and hearing Zaid's story. He's just such an incredible young man. So we look forward to having him on again, and we look forward to coming back and sharing with all of you. Have a nice night, everyone. Peace.
Well, sorry everybody, but something happened and our stream just got totally disconnected. Um, I was able to come back in, but everybody else has lost their connection to this live stream. So I'm really sorry about that. I don't know what the deal is, but um, the internet's been a little bit wonky for the last so many days. But what a fabulous interview! And I just I'm thankful. I'm really thankful for Zaid, and I'm thankful for what like like his gift. His gift really to the world. He could have just chose to just do his own thing, but instead he just chooses to be a source of inspiration and um, a source of kindness and a source of like friendliness. And in a world that's really hurting and in a world that's really struggling right now, we really need more people like Zaid. Um, you know, to to show people and share people their gifts with people. That's what I think. The world is so divided right now, and so everybody's just so um, I don't know. I know that there's a large portion of the world that's hurting right now and suffering, and this world needs more light and more love and more truth and more goodness and more kindness. And so that's what I see in Saeed, and that's what I see in people like Donna, my best friend. And I see that they bring light to this world, and they bring love to this world, this dark world, where so many people live in darkness. And so, I always appreciate people like that, and um, because they bring light into my heart. You know, I just really cherish people like that. That they 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 shine in the darkness. They shine. They let their light shine. So, kudos, absolute kudos to Zaid, and hopefully they'll come back. We'll give it a few minutes. We're still streaming here, so uh, nobody's come back yet. Let me see if Donna will come back. See if they come back. They might be tired and said to forget it. We're going to bed. Sometimes me and Donna stay on here for like 4 hours, so we have done that. Um, but not usually. We keep our shows usually 2 hours, 3 hours. But one show we did was 4 hours. Really, 4 hours. Oh my god. It's just fun sit and chat. Well, no, I don't see anybody. Maybe the internet is down. That might be a big possibility. I'll send Zaid a message here real quick. Actually, I'll do a voicemail. Hi, Zaid. I managed to get back into the live stream, but you and Donna are both gone, um, but lost the connection. But it should be the same thing. So if you do want to come back in, I'm going to leave. I'm going to be here for about another 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And if you're just tired and you just want to maybe do another live stream another time, that's fine. Um, no problem at all. But thank you for doing this for us. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this and just to be with us on the show and share and have a good time and laugh. And you're really so cool. And you're such a very nice guy. You're such a very nice young man. And I'm, I just, you know, I'm just so impressed. That's all. I'm just so impressed. And, when you got it, you got it. Right. So, uh, yeah, if you wanted to do another live stream, let us know. It's with friends or whatever. And anytime we can set that up. And but otherwise, I know you're busy, so no worries and no pressure. And if I don't see you in about another 5 minutes or so, I'm going to I'll just end the live stream because my friend Donna, she's not here either. I think it's an internet issue or something. I'm not sure. So thanks so much, Saeed, and we'll talk to you later. Okay, I've sent them all messages. So, hopefully they'll come back. If not, I'll finish this off. But yeah, no, in a situation where somebody could, which I did. I mean, I mean, he had his struggles too. Obviously, like Saeed was sharing that there was dark periods in his life where and I think everybody goes through that. That's normal. We, whatever the situation is in our life, at some point we tend to have these dark periods, these dark times in our life where everything just seems, like it's not working or it's not worth it. And that it's not going to change. It's not going to be better. Why me? And all these questions that might come in our minds, and that our hearts become really just distraught and down. And I know I've spent years there, years and years there, and always on the outside looking like somebody who had it all together. Um, not the rich and famous, of course, because I'm poor, dirt poor most of the time, but somebody who could handle it. I can handle anything, no problem. You know what I mean? I just roll with the punches. That's what I do, and not dealing with what was going on, and I really needed to deal with it. Like for him to do that so fast and to come through that just shows the strength and the amount of and the willingness to just do the hard work. You know, that's what I have to say. The willingness to do the hard work, and I think that's what it is. He's very strong. Probably the strongest person I've ever met in my lifetime. I've met many strong people, including my husband, who was a very strong man in every way. So I would say that Zaid is probably the strongest person I've ever met in my lifetime. And what a treasure! What a complete treasure! I haven't heard from anybody, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end this now if it's still streaming. Because it's showing it's still streaming, but it may have cut off on the other end. So thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it. And be sure and check the links down below because I've got Zaid's information down there, his YouTube channels and an interview that was done. So it's telling his story. And even though we got to hear more of the story here tonight, I thank you all for being here. For anybody who's going to watch this later, I really appreciate it. And, go support Zaid, share his stuff, share it everywhere. Share it with your friends, share it everywhere. If you like what he does and you like him, it's good to support people. You know what I mean? It's good to support them. And I'm looking forward to everything he's got coming up here. The series that he's doing, the audio sort of audio drama series, and his songs that he sings. I'm just looking forward to more of that. And yeah, I don't see anything from anybody, so I think the internet might be gone down there, or it could be up here, and it's a connection thing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to more from Zaid, just more and more. I'm so thankful for people like that. You know what I mean? Like, because they remind me of what's good in life. You know, like they're uh, beacons of light, beacons of hope. Jesus Christ is my hope. He's my living hope. But it's these people that have this light within them that share it around in this dark world, make it a better place, right? I'm just thanking God for Zaid and Donna and everybody who's out there trying to help this world and trying to be light in this dark world, right? Have a good night, everybody. God bless you all. Talk to you later.